Okay, The Darkside Detectives, starring, who was that? Francie McQueen? Francis? Sure, why not? Alright, we have some cases. We should start with the first one. Oh my god, those names already. Hang on. Just a little bit more. Actually, that was fine. Police corruption on. What the fuck? I guess Steve McQueen was busy? Probably. So we have 2 case files unlocked at the moment. Case 1, Malice in Wonderland, and Case 2, Tome Alone. Awesome names. Let's start with case file 1, Malice in Wonderland. Case summary. The chief has sent me to the Jones residence. Dooley is there with further details. Who's Dooley? Who's Dooley? 10 to 10? I know, right? Detective McQueen closes cases by talking to characters and solving puzzles. Left click to examine items or to talk to characters. Left click on inventory items for more information. Drag items into the scene to use them. Drag items onto each other to combine. Right click to skip dialogue. So we're never touching right click ever, okay? Hint, McQueen can sometimes wear items, okay? Your progress is auto-saved as you play. Please not quit the game during a scene transition or your progress may be lost. Malice in Wonderland. Officer Dooley? Whoa, I almost shot you there, detective. You shouldn't be sneaking around like that. Dooley, you watch him drive up. I had my siren on. You waved at me as I pulled in. Yes, this place has me spooked out a little. So what happened here? Chief Scully just called me up and told me to get here as soon as possible. No details. Well, 7-year-old kid Alice went missing a day ago. No sign of her leaving the house. Seems to be the kind of spooky crap. I mean, the kind of case you're into, detective. Great. Let's get started. Alright. Let's get started. What do we have? A squad car. A trusted squad car. I like to call it a Popo Moto. I hate you, Dooley. Where's my gun? Oh, my spleen. What? After you, detective. You know, whenever you're standing in this rain, it stops being fun for you. Oh, sure, let's go in. Officer Dooley, why is there a hobo dripping all over my carpet? That's Detective Francis McQueen. Mr. Jones is here to investigate. I see. Twin Lakes finest, eh? Alright, dude. I hope you don't smoke around your kid. Thankfully, detective, I'm rarely around my kid. Oh, great parenting. Good stuff. Good start. There's a painting. Nice schooner. What's a schooner? You dumb, it's not a schooner. It's a sailboat. A schooner is a sailboat, Dooley. Alright, Mr. Jones. So how can I help you, detective? Tell me about Alice. I'll level with you, detective. I don't have any dealings with her. She has a limited conversation pool. It's a kid. She's 7. Exactly. A tedious age. So I'll leave that to the nanny. She's around here somewhere. Okay. And where were you last night? How come you didn't notice she was missing? I was out. How wonderfully shady. Have you got an alibi? What I was is none of your business, detective. My taxes pay your salary. They also pay for the cell and questioning room I'm going to have Dooley here take you to. Fine. Call this number. They'll vouch for me. Osty Bell's Booty Boutique. Classy stuff. Oh my god. Ah, Bells. Fond memories. Shut the fuck up, Dooley. Huh? I mean, where was he? A bell shop? What? God damn it. I have matches. These are from Busty Bell's Booty Boutique. What a fucking name. This kid didn't win out on the father's takes. Alright. What's in the hallway? Living room, the closet, the grandfather clock, or the study? Let's check the closet. It's a closet. Dooley? Did you follow me into the closet? You may have needed backup? A blacklight bulb. May as well take it. Now all we need is a disco ball, some white clothes, and a fat beats. And then we've got ourselves a good night. A good night will be finding the skid, Officer Dooley. This reminds me of my own grandfather. Your grandfather was a clock? What? No, he had a clock, you idiot. Dooley. Shame. I thought I finally found out something interesting about you. What? I'm interesting. How do you say, detective? Dooley? I can fire you, okay? I'm gonna call the chief of police. Does it seem odd to you that these folks don't have a kitchen or a bathroom? Well, the recession hit us all hard, Dooley. You don't understand. You're privileged. Locked. I wonder where I find a key. Key to the study, huh? Alright. Mr. Jones, do you have a key? Mr. Jones, I want access to your study. I'd love to help, detective, but I seem to have misplaced the key. I'm sorry. Alright. Let's go upstairs. There's a daughter's bedroom. There's flowers and a telephone. In the attic. In the master bedroom. Alright. Let's check the flowers. A place this fancy deserves something nicer than plastic flowers. That's fake? What an odd place for a telephone. They must have run out of places to draw. To put it. What? What did you say? Did you just break the fourth wall, Dooley? Hey, are you free to help wallpapers in my sister's house this weekend? What the fuck? I can do the first floor, but I need somebody to hold the ladder while I do the second. I think she means the inside rooms. Really? Oh, thank goodness. I was not looking forward to wallpapering their roof. Can we push Dooley down the stairs and say there was an accident? Oh my god. It's Mrs. Jones. And Teddy. Let's talk to Teddy. Tell me where she is, bear. I'm only kidding. You don't know. You're only a bear. A stupid know-nothing bear. Alright, there was some sort of childhood trauma being projected onto that bear. Cool, cool. I don't have much use for a dozen pink socks. Alright, pens. It's no time for art, detective. Blacklight. This looks useful. I got a blacklight marker. Alright. And a blacklight bulb. Interesting. There's a tree. Looking at this, I doubt she's going to art school. Oh my god. This could be the drawing of our suspect. Really? I'll put out an APB then. No, Dooley, don't do that. Never seen a horse with 5 legs before. That's not a leg, Dooley. Also, I don't count 5 legs. What are you talking about? Man, Dooley's freaking me out, man. I don't know. This is a lot of pink. I think I have to run off to. Yeah. Alright, Miss Jones, hello, can I ask? My baby! My baby's gone. Alright, can you tell me about Alice? She's just disappeared. My baby! Alright, is there anything? You have to find her. Alright, goodbye, miss. Yikes. Alright, we're in the master bedroom. We have Officer Dooley. The nan is beautiful. Sorry, the nan is beautiful. Ask her if she's single, you know, as part of the investigation. Officer Dooley, you're on duty right now. A waterbed, very fancy. Looks like something has been kicked under here. No, it doesn't. Nanny McFiend. Right. Nanny McFiend. Totally innocent, I assume. I got a strange page. Alright. The painting. Hard to believe this is the same woman we spoke to. The stress of all this has hit her hard. Alright. Alice and her mom look quite happy here. Seems impolite to go rifling around in some of these drawers uninvited. Yeah, but it's an investigation. Oh, whatever. Nanny McFiend? Tell me about Alice. She's spoiled and sticks her nose where it doesn't belong. But that's what having super rich parents will do to you, I guess. Alright, what's a nanny doing in the master bedroom? Nothing suspicious, that's for sure. No siree. Alright, that clears you out, I suppose. How long have you been working for the Jones? Joneses, detective. Even though it ends with an S, you'd still pluralize it. Is now really the best of time? It's always a good time for grammar. I guess you're right, Dooley. Anyway, answer the question. Well, long enough to harbor no ill will whatsoever. I see. Say, you're the nanny. The very innocent nanny, yes. Do you have keys for the various rooms? I'm a nanny, not a maid. Right. But do you? Yes. May I have the key for the study then? Sure. There's nothing incriminating in there anyway. Right? Alright. Alright, nanny. What do we have here? Blacklight bulb. A blacklight bulb for black lighting things. The label says for use under blacklight. They should unlock the study for me. Alright, what's this? It's a peculiar pattern from the Occult for Dummies book. Occult for Dummies. Oh, okay. Okay, something definitely happened in here. A box marked Anne's Broken Dreams. Okay. Looks like this gave way recently, spilling paint thinner all over the wall. The paint thinner fell when the shelf gave way. Not much left in it now. I got paint thinner. Right. Can I do with the paint thinner? Alright. May not be broken after all. Just a blown bulb. Right. Paint cans. Those look heavy enough to knock somebody out cold. Just a bunch of forgotten memories. Jesus, the truck outside. Officer Dooley. As attics go, this one is extra creepy. Yes. I agree. Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on a second. Is that? Is this a broken lamp? Just a oh, here we go. I hope this doesn't reveal somebody's attic shame. What the heck? Well, that doesn't look ominous at all. Okay, it's a door to the dark side. I'm gonna leave now. And I'm going to unlock the study. And hey, presto, we're in. I'm in. What's in this place? A lantern. An old oil lantern. Seems to have some oil left too. Alright, that can be useful in the dark side probably. And that's about it. That's all there is to this place. Wait, no. Not even close. What the heck? Painting. Roy Jones Esquire. It takes a certain type of person to have an oil painting of themselves. The statue is ugly enough to be worth a lot of cash. True. Hey, there are only 2 seats in this house. Don't be daft, Dooley. There are more. They're just off camera. Right. Right. Bookshelf. A nice collection of books. The dust suggests they've not been looked at in some time. A shame. There's magazine stacks. His magazine collection. Jeez, this guy is obsessed with jugs. Alright. Very clever, that got me. Jugs Weekly. Another lovely pair. Yes. Very good. Very good. You can never trust a man who has too many books. That's what I say. How many books are too many? 6? And how many books do you own? I don't feel comfortable with this line of questioning. Alright, Dooley. It's time to go to the dark side. The pattern on the wall looks washed out in places. I wonder what would happen if I redrew it. Okay, I seem to have everything I need. Let's get down to some spooky hijinks and redraw those missing symbols. Alright. I need this here. This here. And I need this here. That should be it. Great. Maybe now is a good time to stop doing, well, anything really. Alright. I should probably light the thing, you know, just in case. It's a tiny bit loud. So, cut it back a little bit. It's still loud, I think, but even I'm not foolish enough to go in there without no light. One light emitting lantern. Alright. How do I wear it? Well, just, okay, Dooley, let's do this. No offense, detective, but I'm going nowhere near that crew fest. I'll, stand guard out here. Yo, that's the kid. Easy. This looks like the other attic. Right down to the broken shelf. Except that it's all blue and cold here. A box marked baby's first cult robes. Oh. Nice. Wish I had one of those. The label says old milk, circa 1880. Why would you store that? Don't look in there, mister. That's what the three-eyed rats hide. Okay. Alice? Hello, mister. Hey, kiddo. Are you here to take me home? Yep. Good. I'm hungry, and the sounds from downstairs are scaring me. Yeah, well, let's get out of here. Not so fast, detective. Where's Dooley? That idiot. I knocked him out. I can't have you snooping around anymore, so I'm going to trap you here. At least, take the girl. Oh, I intend to. I'm a legal guardian after all. It's my job to look after her, especially if anything should happen to her parents. Say, for example, they're getting trapped in the Darkside's version of their bedroom. It's where they'd be now if Alice hadn't got into my stuff and stupidly trapped herself up here. I figured it'd be best to lay low until you had gone. I thought you'd have given up by now. What kind of cop would give up on a missing kid? Well, most of the TLPD? Sadly, fair. So that's what this is? An inheritance scheme? You have to admit, it's a fairly perfect crime. It is, actually. Even if you do get rid of me, then what? Alice knows what you're up to. She's a smart kid. If she's so smart, she'll know to keep her mouth shut. Once Dooley wakes up, you and your scheme will be done for. Good point. I'll just have to get you to drag him into here with you. Come on. Oh, fuck. I'm scared, mister. It will all be okay. I can't go back through. Don't waste time trying to sweet talk your way out of this. It's paint thinner. It thins paint, not evil nannies. Right, fair enough. Have a taste of your own medicine. Damn, I deleted the runes. She's trapped. Well, that's that problem solved. Oh, dude. Solvent. Oh, dude. Come on, guys. Let's wake up Dooley so I can tell him my pun. Pretend it's the first time you heard it, okay? Okay, mister. So the kid got into the nanny stuff and accidentally used it to trap herself in that creepy attic? The Darkside. But that's a surprisingly succinct summary of things, yes. Huh, shame the nanny was certifiable. She was a looker. Dooley, she was dabbling in the dark arts. With a plan to trap innocent people in a parallel world, kidnap their kid, and steal all the cash. Said it was a shame, jeez. Damn it, Dooley. I hate you. I wonder where the nanny got the occult books from, anyway. That stuff is hard to find these days. A case for another day, I guess. First of all, I have to figure out what kind of paperwork covers this mess. Boom. First case solved. Easy. Easy peasy. Let's open case number 2, yeah? Tome alone. Okay, summary. Dooley suggested a visit to the library. He must have seen the strange storm gathering over it. Right. Okay. That's like a Ghostbuster 2 sort of, weather event. But sure. Okay, what's the case, dude? Fill me in. Case? No, I've got some overdue books to drop back. So that purple swirling vortex thing above the building has nothing to do with why we're here? Oh, come on now, detective. You're hardly gonna rest the weather. The things you'll try to do to justify this department, jeez. Let's get this over with. Statue. Plague. Statue. Okay, if these are like the same names of the freaking Ghostbuster Guardians, I'm gonna be happy. These statues make me very uncomfortable. They're not very welcoming. They should at least be reading a book or wearing glasses or something. Before this was the library, it was where the mayor kept the lion collection. Oh right, that clears that up. So, this is a library. What a helpful plague. Alright. We'll be done a jiffy, detective. Alright. Fines? For being late? How are books late? It's not like they have places to be. You're not charming your way out of this, Patrick. Rules are rules. Or Doris. Can't we come to some kind of agreement? Arrangement, even? Do you have any parking tickets you want to see go bye-bye? Dooley? What the heck are you doing? Dooley? Are you trying to bribe your way out of a fine? No? Here's an arrangement for you. I'll drop your fines if you arrest a troublesome kid. A kid? The one who's responsible for the storm. And you know, the ghosts. Ghosts? What? Sorry, ghosts? A silent sight. Shh. Fair enough. Is this your to-read pile? Oh, I've read all of those. The desk is missing a leg, so I'm using them to balance out the computer. Right. I thought you found owning books suspicious, Dooley. It is. What kind of secret stuff are you reading that you can't get it from your local library? Maybe people just like have their own books. You know, maybe it's a germ issue. Germs? You really will believe in anything Hollywood tells you, huh? Oh my god, Dooley. Oh my god, Dooley. From a certain angle, it looks like Dooley has crazy hair. I can see that. That's sort of like oh, what was that guy from The Simpsons called? Bob the Clown. That's that hairstyle. So, what were you saying about ghosts? The place is haunted, you know? The usual stuff. The usual? Flickering lights, floating books, strange noises, eerie purple storms. You know, the usual. Hang on, let me turn off the light. We don't need that. It's chasing off the readers. And you say a kid is to blame. Is the only one here often enough? Suspiciously often, if you ask me. I'll look into it. Who is making noises outside? And like, oh, there's a guy freaking rummaging through a garage. The house in front of mine. I'll look into it. Do, or else I'll call a pair of oddballs priests and or questionable ghost busting startup to come fix this. Right. What books did Dooley borrow? Out of curiosity. Well, he had Rules to Rave 2, Roswell, New Mexico, where the aliens really experiment on us, and The Law. What is it and do we really need it? That is highly concerning that Dooley is reading that. Hey, what happened to the librarian reader privilege? Not real thing, buddy. I take it you gave up on the law book. Not enough pictures. What's that you're reading? Guylight. The heart-breaking tale of a girl who falls in love with a reverse vampire. A what now? A reverse vampire. It can only come out during the day. So, a regular person. I'm at the part where it's her prom night and he promised to take her. But the clocks went forward and now it's on at night. What happens if it goes out at night? He gets really sleepy. Just like a regular person. Sounds interesting. What? Sounds awful, detective. Goodbye. If you need anything else, I'll be here. Unless I'm not. Alright. Let's get into the office. Not gonna lie, I'm liking this game. The computer seems to be broken. It's not broken, it's hollow. So they can't store more books in it. In the computer? Never know when I'll need to cut something in half, or a lazy approximation of half. I got scissors. Dooley? I really enjoy the access to secret areas this job gets us, you know? Staff only, not on our watch. Even the lamp is flickering. I got this from Doris last time I had to get out of paying fees. I'm gonna have to up the ante this time. Guylight, I see. And Doris taped a picture of her face on the lady. Hey, it's the right month. Look. An old photocopier. I can't imagine this gets much use. Oh, it does. When you renew your card each year, Doris takes a photocopy of your butt for the records. I'm sorry, what? Everyone's butt? Just mine. Now that I think of it. That's the price of working out, I guess. Okay. Wait, hang on. Is that... I wonder if there was like Officer Dooley taped on the boy. I feel like Doris may have a bit of a crush on Mr. Dooley here. I'm not gonna call it officer anymore, I don't think. Roses are red, violets are blue. Your loaning rights are revoked due to books overdue. Looks like some of these coats have been here for years. We should go through their pockets. You know, for evidence. I got a button. Alright. A button from an old coat. Right evidence, Dooley. Scissors. Safe for cutting, not safe for running with. Alright, we just have to, you know, not run. Okay. Let's get to the elevator. An old elevator. Where's the staircase? We have none. There was a fire, and ironically the fire escape was the only thing that was destroyed. Okay. There's a floor that's called horror. I guess horror books, but just saying horror is something a little weird. Let's go to sci-fi and fantasy and children. Surely, if you're looking for children, it's gonna be the children section. What odd leaves that plant has? That? That's just a dead tree where Doris dries her stockings. I did not need to know that. Don't blink. Hey, I get it. Alright, let's go to the sci-fi section. Sword and Shield. If we lived in the medieval times, we'd be living the adventures of ye Darkside bailiff and his squire Dooley. Right. Fantasy books. Glum Tales of the Sad Venturer. The Library of Books. Dragon Ageism. The Witcher. A tale of an indecisive adventurer. Okay. I like that. I like that one. Oh man, that was good. I never understood this section. How can something be fiction and science? I don't think... What? I don't know what to do with you sometimes. Can we erase? No. No. It's a miracle you're still working in my department, Dooley. Also, I definitely saw a piece of that chest moving on its own. What a great game, eh? Yeah, funny looking draughts pieces though. Oh my god. A rocket. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was younger, until I found out that they had to go into space. It's like some of the rocket's aluminium is coming off. That could be useful. We got a metal strip. Okay. How convenient. I'd have expected to go through a series of semi-logical puzzles to get this. I got an old library card belonging to a certain smug-faced Paul Conway. Okay. Well, let's get into some sci-fi books, yeah? Fantastic Obit. Drowned in moonlight, strangled by her own bra. Dr. Who's thrilling adventures through grammar and structures. I get it. Space hike. Bold going to places, safely explored by others. How to woo a Wookiee. Mass defect. They came from space. They were brains. Brains from space. Space brains. Blasters, 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 and other space weapons. Intergalactic ballistic for cats. For cats? Astro trolls. Fantastic. Okay, we're looping. Wait, does that mean there's more fantasy ones? The fantastic geese and where to find them. Right. Yeah. Alright, I think we have everything from the sci-fi section. Let's go to the children's section. Hey, there's a kid. What about this one? Oh, sorry, I clicked. It just happened. It's gone. Is the chessboard playing itself? It is. I hope I get to have a pet robot someday. Too many responsibilities, man. Feeding it, rubbing its belly, teaching it to overthrow humanity. Why would you teach it that? Well, I want to be on the good side when the inevitable happens. That's a good point, Dooley. That's a very good point. I've always loved trains and trams. Not monorails, though. Thinking they're better than everyone because they're up in the air. Fair enough. Why your parents don't love you. Wow, that's a book for children. Anne and Barry face financial ruin. You know, better to make them learn these things fast, you know, at a young age. That's what you should teach in school, you know? Financial responsibility. How to, you know, do your taxes. That's stuff that's gonna help you in life. Little and Big Pooh saved the day. Maybe it is your fault. Little Billy and the Crushed Dreams. Baby's first hangover. Right. ABC as easy as 4, 5, 6. What? Wait, is that the same teddy bear that the other kid had? There's a cold draft coming from the vent. That can't be good for this kid's health. The dust is wrong under this. Makes me think it was moved recently. Oh yeah? A Viewmaster. Oh, I loved those as a kid. I'll take this and see if I can find a use. It's times like these that I miss walking the beat. Got the Viewmaster. Alright. You look familiar. Have I arrested you before? Teddy. There's a floating book, but we're gonna ignore that for now. Hey, little Devin. Who are you talking to, kid? I'm not telling you anything. I've heard what happens to people who do snitch. Modern media is really making our job hard. Well, that's not right. Hey, Trick. What magic book did you learn that from, kid? It's not magic. It's nothing. Alright. Let's call that Plan B. Right. I don't think I can do anything with a dinosaur. An old film viewing toy. Let's use it. I need to find some film to put it in first. Okay. Let's go up to the reading room and the hobby section. Do you have one brown coat you wear all the time, or a wardrobe full of the same style? God, Dooley. Unnecessary. Uncalled for. Professor Theodore Library, inventor of the library. Oh. Nope. Not one word of that is true. How do you know, huh? Detective Francis, how do you know who invented the library? In fact, it feels very logical to me that it was someone called Theodore Library. That sounds about right. Oh, hello, miss. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here. Oh, hello. My name is Raxa. I'm here to study the strange goings-ons. I guess that's why you're here too, detective? Oh, sure, that's me. Always investigating stuff. On purpose. Want to share what you found, though? Well, it's not much, but there seems to be a strange concentration of energy in the next room. I'm searching the internet for a way to be able to see whatever it actually is. Well, let me know if you find anything. Alright, Dooley? You look uncomfortable, Dooley. It's this whole reading room thing. I mean, should we be reading right now? Can I not read anywhere else? Does the room itself read? And if so, what does it read? You have a special mind, Dooley. Chief Scully says that's why he assigned me to your department. Oh. Oh, the chief hates me. Damn it. Who doesn't need chalk in the 21st century? Most people? A fair point. Can I take it though? Raxa's books. I hope there's nothing contraband in this pile. I wish. You know what I mean. Right. Time always seems to stand still in boring places like libraries. So ghost hunting, eh, detective? That's classified. Cause there is a whole bunch of eerie mumbo jumbo going on here. So you noticed then. I'm majoring in the occult at TLU. You can do that? I thought all the stuff was banned. Well, somebody has to catalog and ban it all, Detective. Right. It's all fairly hush-hush. So what does one study with occultism? Well, whatever you want, really. I went with computer science, so I wouldn't be studying two impractical subjects. Fair enough. Good call, Raxa. From experience, I can tell you that the occult doesn't pay much. The microfilm room. So there's a high concentration of energy in this place, huh? You think there is such a thing as a megafilm? Sorry, what? Oh, microfilm. So there's got to be a megafilm. Man, Dooley. Oh man, I want to punch you in the face sometime. Why would anyone have so many filings that they need a cabinet to store them in? Ask an important question. Not sure about that. It's broken. If I want to look at any microfilm, I'll need to find another way to do so. Let's see what we can find online. You didn't say the magic word. You didn't say the magic word. Looks like I need to figure out the password. That's a good reference. That's a Jurassic Park reference. The good old one, you know, with Jeff Goldblum. All the shitty new ones. It's radiating energy, like Roxa said. I think that may be a clue, possibly. There's just too much here to take. Even my pockets have their limits. Right. Can we use the Viewmaster? The film is too big. It's a square peg, round hole situation. Right. So we need a password, probably. Raxa, can you do something about the password? No. Clearly not. Oh my god, I clicked again. Skip. Okay, there's hobby books and DIY books. There's a mannequin. He looks like he's jumping. You jump too if somebody shoved a pole up your behind. That is a very good point, Dooley. Paintings. Wait a minute. These are printouts of children's art. Look at Mr. Moneybags and his deep pockets. Rich enough that he can pay child artists for original works, this guy. Jeez. Wait a minute. Oh, same thing. There's a glue thing. Somebody seemed to have left some glue here. It's no duct tape, but it could be useful. Global? Pots and brushes? Why are these fake? Well, you can't have kids painting over the books. I guess you're right. Alright, let's read some hobby books. Turning duct tape into pants. Make your nethers sustainable. Is it really sustainable though? Things you can fill jam jars with, Volume 3. Right. Whittling dice out of larger dice. Detective. The inspectioning, investigative role-playing in the world of Darkside. Hardwood and where to find it. Alright. DIY books. How to do DIY yourself. I mean, how... I'm really good at DIY. Sorry, DIY. I got my sister to do it for me. Dooley. Can I scissor Dooley? Alright. This one's called Building Mediocre Mysteries by the Spooky Doorway team, whoever they are. It's the developers of this game. DIY, because you're too broke to pay someone else to do it. So Your Government is Broken by C. Guevara. The definitive guide to landscaping from outside to downstairs. Nice. Alright, can we fix this button? The button for the 4th floor is missing. Tetraphobia. Tetraphobia? The fear of number 4. It's quite common for buildings in China to be missing the 4th floor. But the 4th floor is there. Just the button is missing. Oh, yeah. And we're not in China. You have all the answers, don't you? What if I use a button? I don't have the skills to wire up a normal button. Never mind this one. I should... Oh, that made a conductive button. Right. This should work. But I need to find somebody with the skills to wire it up. Ah, Dooley? Alright. I don't think we have anybody with the skills to do that. Great, folks! What's up? Imagine being a tetraphobe in 2021. I am also not sure why every 5th message on mine starts with imagine, but it is a reality we have to live with for now. Interesting. Hang on, I have to actually increase the size of my chat. How do I do that? When the thing resetted, it became very, very tiny. Am I using too many words for your chat side? No, it's very small now. I want it bigger, not the opposite. Emote only, chat rates, manage settings. Is there no way to do it? I seem to remember there was a way to increase the size of my chat in OBS. Do I just control scroll wheel? Which clan? Chatty? No, it's literally the OBS built-in chat system. Which is literally exactly the same as Twitch chat. Imagine using OBS chat. I mean, it's all in one window. It works. And man, it resetted because of stupid Twitch resetting the fucking stream key, and now it lost all the settings and I can't seem to fix it. Chat appearance, is this it? Font size, there you go. Got it. Alright. We're back. Alright, I don't think OBS settings are related to the stream key, are they? I don't know, but everything resetted when the stream key got deleted, unfortunately, so maybe they are? Like, even the layout of OBS got back to the default one, where I didn't have my chat connected and I didn't have the activity feed, and the status of my stream were off, like they were not there, the windows were gone. I had to put them out and align them. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what to tell you. Your elevator is broken. There's no button for the 4th floor. Yup. I hope you don't want to read any horror books. Well, I would like to be able to go there. Oh well then, sorry I guess. Can I have the internet password, please? And give you access to all my juicy manuscripts? No chance. Doris, I need that password for my investigation. And I need those books kept safe until my genius is recognized, so no. God damn it, Doris. You donate plasma today. Is that different than donating blood? Maybe that girl can actually help us. Hang on. Who's this guy? I may need that, never mind. When you donate blood, it just pumps straight into a blood bag and you can call it a day. Right. I don't think I've ever donated plasma. Unless they just took it from me. I don't think so, though. What else can I do here? When donating plasma, you're hooked up to a whole machine that takes your blood, sends it through a centrifuge to separate the plasma, then pumps the rest of the blood back into you. After 3-4 cycles of doing that, the plasma container is filled and you're free to go. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that before. Can we find a deep... How the fuck do we do this? I need to find somebody with the skills to wire it up. That's also why you can do plasma donations weekly and full blood only every 8 weeks. While plasma obviously still takes a lot of stuff out of you, it regenerates a lot quicker. Oh, I did not know that. Can I do something with the dinosaur? Bad baby incites a riot. Kindergarten Kate summons the devil. Grumpy Chris hates to play. Learn to count to 107, the largest number known to science. A guide to baby safe shots. That is a little disappointment. I see. What do I do here? What about the vent? Wait, what did it say? It's called raft. Is that like a fake? The dust is wrong under this, makes me think it was moved recently. The dinosaur. Feels like I missed something, you know? Like an item. Or a room or something. Was there another room around here? Something in the office, maybe? I mean... Wait. Guy light. Could that be the password? She's a fan. I need to figure out the password. I can figure it out. Damn it. Do we need, like, other paintings? What do we need? What do we do? I don't know. There's definitely something happening in this room. Like, there's a vent with a draft, and the dinosaur seems to be, you know, it's like they moved it, so there's probably a secret room, I'm guessing, behind here. This little fucker doesn't want to talk to me. Always doesn't give me the freaking internet password. Do we need to copy the card? Do we need... I can't find film. Do I need to cut the calendar? Need to glue something? I don't really understand. There's just a bunch of books here. There's nothing like useful. We hadn't found any film, so I can't use this. Can't really do anything with the cables here, unfortunately. Sniff the glue, if I could. There's nothing to cut with my scissors. There has to be something in here. Something either to do with the book or... I don't know. This freaking library. The bookcase. But that's is wrong on this. Makes me think it was moved recently and there's a draft coming from the vent. Something behind here. I don't know how to get there. I don't know. Is there a clue system in this game? No, there isn't. I'm guessing it should be simple, but I don't know. Feels like it isn't. Do I have to combine something? Wait, what? I've got a sticky library card. What does that mean? A sticky library card. Why did I do that again? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what you've done there. Where does it go? Where do we put that? I made a sticky library card. Where do I put that? We give it to the kid? Not sure I want to know? I know, right? Wait, do I use it for prints? What the fuck do I do with this? Give that to Roxa? Do I give that to Dooley? Sniff it? I think I can. Do I put it in the computer here? Do I attach it to something? Oh man, this is difficult. Oh no. It is sticky in where I imagine the picture would go. Right. Hang on. Do you think we can steal this? I thought I could grab the face. Do I put in the photocopier? I don't think I can take a picture of anybody. Use the card with the calendar? No, it doesn't work. Let's read that face. Doesn't look like it. Do something with a chalk? No. I mean, there's not that many places, you know. Can I stick it to the floating book? No. Teddy? The vent? No. The dinosaur? The kid? No. The robot? No. The letters? No. I don't fucking know. Put your face in the photocopier? I wish I could. Swear to God, I feel like I'm missing like an item. Have we reached the part where we use everything on everything and see what happens? Yeah, pretty much. Because nothing is really working, so I don't know. I have destroyed some historical material. Let's hope there was a point to this. I have cut up microfilm. Wait, does that mean it goes into the Viewmaster now? It fits. Let's look up what I didn't accidentally chop out Twin Lakes' recent history. Oh, there you go. Spider moths, do it again. Alright. Do it again. Sounds like they were on some kind of winning streak, instead of having burned down yet another stadium. Major staff cuts at City Library. Budgetary cutbacks have seen the local library reduced to a skeleton staff. I know Doris is old, but that seems a bit unfair. It means very few people work here. Oh yeah, just Doris now, and she's actually a retired volunteer. Tough times. Computer stock goes up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. Nice. Nice. I shouldn't have read it that loud. I think it may have summoned something. Cheat code. Crackpot detective claims teenagers' tags were ritual meant to show the dead that walk among us. I remember this case. What the? Hello? What are you, and how did you get here? Alistair Crowley. Okay. I am that which can never be unseen, the ooze from your nightmares, the knower of the unknown. Right, that's not very helpful if I'm honest. Help is there for those that know how to take it. Okay then, I'll bite, tell me. Oh, knower of the unknown. What's going on here? Using a who and reading it as a what impresses. Thank you. I don't rightly know. Right. But I do know that the coward Yeats is protecting a hidden room and that hold vast power and treasure. Yeats? No doubt that witch is responsible for the spectral summoning of myself and the other lies within. The others. The others. Detective, who are you talking to? I'm talking to. You know what? I don't even know how to explain this. Alright. Yeats, secret room met with power. Right, we're cool. Oh, hey, Yeats. Pray, sir, a moment of your time. Another one. Another? Ah, another spirit, yes. Then, with your question, you have answered my own. Huh? Forgive me, but I wish to know if you have seen, on your travels, the scoundrel Crowley. Forcefully mysterious man in a silly hat. The very same. I knew he lurked here, but somewhere. He mentioned a hidden room? Yes, but on the matter, I shall say no more, not until the beast is gone. What I just wanted. Not a word more, sir. Not a word more. Alright. Mr. Crowley, can you get the fuck out of here? I need the password. I met your friend, Yeats. He says you won't stop spying on him. I find it most joyous to torment a man. He says you want into that room you mentioned. I do. I'm most bored here. I need something to do, something to read. Why not use that computer to go online? 2 words. Save search. Oh, say no more. I understand. Maybe I can find some kind of a workaround. Please. Just stay here and don't do anything. We need to disable safe search so the ghost can go online looking for porn. Right. Hey, Gale? Wait, she can help with a button. Are you an author too? I don't recognize you. Aye, it's Gale Plinkman. But not like Jon Toffs. With their literary fiction. I wrote useful stuff, like house wiring and how to do own plumbing. Think you could fix the elevator? Wait, right here I could, I'd need a new button, mind. Alright, I have that. I mean, can we do it? Does she also need tools? Oh my god. Pratchett? Adams. I read your detective books, wrongfully over the top. Mr. Pratchett. Oh, hey, big fan of your work. Yeah, same. Thanks. Not you, Dooley. Fucking hell. Oh. I think you should read this one. I read this one and thought it was good. What's it about? Enid? What was her name? It's a story about this kid who can see dead people. Oh. Enid Blyton. Oh, that's not for me. I'm scared of ghosts. Uh-huh. Miss Blyton? I fear I find myself in the company of a rather dreadful bunch. Rotters, the lot of them. The kid? No, he's charming. I mean the others. Occultists, horror writers, and DIY fanatics. Horrors, the lot of them. Right. Okay. Doris, I really need a fucking password now. Hang on a second. I thought I could see something with my ghost sight. Can I have the password now, please? No chance. Alright, fuck you, Doris. Look, lady, I have what I need. What you need. Could this button replace the broken one in the elevator? Let me see. Looks like it'll do job. Gives a few minutes to pop it in place. Giz? Thanks for fixing the elevator, Gale. Happy to help. It were fun doing something useful again. Alright. Goodbye. Oh, look. Doris must have finally fixed the elevator button. No, it was... Oh, never mind, Dooley. Looks like I can get to the roof through here. Thankfully, it's locked. I'd rather not go back out in that store. A collection of books that don't seem to fit anywhere else in the library, like How to Cook a Dinosaur, if you ever catch one. The Internet and Other Fads. Architecture of the Mind by Sarah Bellum. Sarah Bellum, I get it. And MMO Accountancy. Be the fictional banker you always knew you were. Yo, that sounds like a good one. Edgar Allan Poe. You barely make teenage girls whimper, Howie. H.P. Lovecraft. Only because they cannot fathom the dread I conjure, Eddie. You play on common cliché. Your penny dreadfuls lack true horror, at best spooky pulp. Your best works aren't even written by you. Charlatan, fraud, undead trickster. If you feel that way, then why did you hide my work, Eddie? Again, I say, I do not have your book. You probably hid it because it was too scary for you. Oh, you're an infuriating man. Alright. We have, yeah, okay. So we have a creepy bookshelf. This one is one creepy looking bookshelf. A and B. From Access to Zero Oxygen, a murderer's primer. He's behind you. Animal Allotment. Stephen Duke's The Ankle Biters. Bemoaners from Beyond the Grave. alibi soup. The butler did it. Of course. The dead person murders. Calvin ate a cop. Did you kill them? I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you too. You were out last time. Man, I sort of want to read the first one now. Very dark places. An illustrated guide. So a bunch of black pictures. The Companions of Inept Deaths. They're not the scariest sounding books, are they? I think I might have had an accident. Oh, Dooley. Everyone's guilty. The fast car killers. The followers. Erroneous castrations. Ooh, that's a scary one for sure. The Diary of Evelyn Snooks, the girl who chokes. Alright. Haunted place. They've gone to buy poison. Alright. Gasp. How they all died. Goodness me, he's dead. Henry Hamphis, the Punch to Death champion of 1934, a biography. Alright. It kills. Just quit. Jugular wounds, an illustrated story. A guide to journaling your own death. I touched its face. Job it's not good enough for. That's the true horror. Holy shit. It kills. Alright, that's all. Lemons for every meal. Oh boy. The kickboxing cult. The lackluster murders. Why is my hang on a second, guys. I don't. For some reason, my Discord refuses to do streamer mode anymore. Streamer mode. Enable. Okay. Safely quiet now. Cannibal Carnival. Late train made me late. Dude, that's a true life story. I know a few things about that one. Life robber. It was your Discord, I heard. Yeah, it was. Murder. Ninja zombies and other terrible crossovers. Morals? No thanks. I think I've read that one. Never look in the fridge. Madam kills a person. No, don't do it. Nanny nightmare. Map to murder. Alright. The pain giver. Places to die in. Places to not die in, of course. The sequel. The Origami Massacre. The quirky killings. The rash that wouldn't clear. Ooh, that's a scary one. Quickly, hide. The Revenger. Quay 666. The quirky killings. Stabfest 6. Everywhere snakes. Tomorrow, the world implodes. Ooh, not even explodes, just implodes. It's even worse. Scary Book Volume 4. The Trundling. That sounds bad. The Underwhelmer. That sounds like the worst superhero ever. Jesus, the Underwhelmer. Vivienne's Hatchet. Vet's Revenge. Where's Waldo's body? Good question. Vanity Kills. They yearn for blood. X marks the victim. Unzip the body bag. The yogurt vat drownings. Oh, disgusting. Zesty recipes for evidence disposal. Probably need that. Alright. What? Why am I here, by the way? There's one hell of an atmospheric fire hazard. Truly. What do I do with a sticky library card then? I'm clearly the great horror writer. I tore apart the minds of a generation with my atheistic horror. With your atheistic rubbish. Right, I'll have you, mate. Come at me, you sickly twerp. You two? Stop it, or I'll put you both in some kind of supernatural slammer. You started it? Oh, I never. It was you and your... I don't care who started it. I'm putting a stop to it. Right here. And not a peep. What's going on here? I didn't take his blasted book. It was that childish Blighton woman. Why don't you tell him that? He will not listen to me. He's convinced I hid it so more people would borrow my books over his. Nonsense. I care enough for his current Zeitgeist. My works are vastly superior. I don't think so, Mr. Poe. I'm sorry, I've read a couple of your books, but... they didn't really do it for me. Excuse me, did you steal Lovecraft's book? He and that Poe fellow man won't stop fighting over which one has the more frightful book. I took his book in the hopes it would stop their arguing. Well, it seems to have just made it worse. Oh, well, I shan't give it back until they stop their silly bickering. I just shan't. How am I meant to stop those two fighting? That's not my concern. You want this book, you stop their fight. There's got to be a scarier book than theirs around here. Surely, that would stop the bickering. A scarier book. Can you see the ghosts too, kiddo? Ghosts? What nonsense are you filling his head with, detective? I see them. They're my friends. Well, this one is. Some of them are less friendly. But I like them because before they came, the place was empty, just me and Doris, and she's only interested in reading the mostest, dreadfulest books ever written. Right. Maybe we should ask Doris. What a scary book. Why is the window onto the roof locked? For health and safety reasons. Can I get a key? Afraid not. Why? For the health and safety reason. Yeah? One that I told you about. Right. I'd like to borrow that book you're reading. You need a library card to borrow books. Can I sign up for one? No, I'm too busy reading my book to help you, Souls. Dooley, can I use your card? It still has fines on it. I bet you wish you'd let me make a deal now, huh? So that's why we need a card. Can I have the book now? Not with this sticky no picture having card, you can't. Fuck. I really don't want to put my face on there, but I really need a picture of myself. The things I do for this job. See, it was the right thing to do, Gray, but we just weren't there in the freaking chain quest, I suppose. Alright. Too soon. This is going to be the least convincing fake ID I've seen in all my years as a cop. Right. I'd like to borrow that book you're reading. You need a library card. Like this one? Oh. Well then, here you go, Paul. Paul. His name is... My name is Paul. Like it says on the card. My card. Paul. 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 Alright. I got a trashy novel. Ooh, get fucked, Edgar Allan Poe. And Lovecraft, I suppose. Is this my book? No, it is not. What is it? The most horrific novel ever written, and it's not written by either of you. Let me see that. Teenage girl, blah blah blah, reverse vampire, blah blah blah, love story. It sounds terrifying. Its mere existence gives me shivers. Do you agree it's more horrific than your works? Will you stop squabbling now? Agreed? Agreed. Can you believe something so hideous exists? Can you believe it's so popular? Stoker must be turning in his grave. Stoker, even. No, Stroker, it's a different sort of author. I hope the poor chap doesn't know. Well, they're gone. But now what? I guess they could tie up some of the other ghosts' loose ends. Yeah, we can get the book from the lady now. I've gotten them to agree on the scariest book. Can I have that novel now? Good. I didn't see why you'd want this vile thing, but I did promise. Here. I got Lovecraft novels. Nice. Aw, you ruined a kid's illusion, detective. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Wait, Miss Blyton, why are you still here? You have a rotten book, now leave me alone. Okay. What's that? The indescribable rending things that rend indescribably. Sounds about right. Yeah, sounds like a Lovecraft book. Doris? What do we do with the Lovecraft book, though? Do I put it back? My guts is telling me that I shouldn't put this book back yet. I'll hold on to it until I know more about the hidden areas Yeats and Crowley mentioned. Wait. Was Yeats the one that wanted the book? Hey, what do you want? Oh, maybe we need to give this to Crowley, so I'll stop. No. You may have the book, sir, but I shall ne'er tell you how to enter the dark place where the heebie-jeebies lay in wait, not while Crowley skulks around seeking that very info. Okay. Roxa? You mentioned you were looking for stuff on the internet. How did you get past the internet blocks? Oh, up to something naughty, detective? Me? No. But I have this friend who needs to get past the library firewall. That's well protected, surprisingly. I think Doris was worried somebody would hack into steal her unpublished fanfiction. But I figured out the admin password so I can bypass the block. Want me to give it to you so you can use it too? Please. Alright. Fuck. Look at the password. The password for Doris' internet block. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing. That's the combination of my suitcase. Now Crowley should be able to browse to his heart's content. I'll let him know. Okay, I've set it up, so you should be able to browse whatever you want. No restrictions. Excellent. You may not want to stick around for this. Oh my. Right. I'll leave it to your business, sir. Shut the door on the way out. Oh my fucking god. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Did I sense? Yes. The beast's eyes are focused elsewhere. The air is cleaner now. Well, cleaner is maybe not the term I'd use. Come again, sir? Never mind. Just don't go into that room if you can avoid it. As you suggest. Now, what's all this about the hidden room? I'll share what I can. There is a place hidden behind the horror section on the 4th floor. The source of the phantasmic pollution afflicting this building is within. How do I get in? One of the books is in the L section is a lever. Pull it, then fix this. Godspeed, man. Hear that, Dooley? Hear what? Oh yes, of course. We need to get to the 4th floor and open the secret room using one of the books in the L section. Wait, how do you know all this? Intuition? Here goes nothing. That seems to fit with a curious clicking noise. Right, we pull this, and voila. Well, there's the hidden door Yeats and Crowley were talking about. Creepy doorways are a recurring motif I'm not too fond of. Let me guess, staying here to cover me again? You got it in one, detective. Try to avoid getting knocked out this time. Okay. What is all this? Magica. Aleister Crowley Guide to the Popular Wizard Game. Right. The Gnostic Guide to Ghouls and Ghosts. This is a gamer's book. Rituals for modern witch halls. Witch walls? Witch walls. Witch walls. Right, that makes sense. These are all contraband occult books. This is quite nasty treasure trove. Why didn't I know about this stuff? But there's more books here. 101 ways to get ritual stains out of your carpets. That must be a good one. Man, I should get a copy of that one. A brief history of time magic. The art of pentagram drawing. A guide for syncing your coven with the moon. The Necronomicon, a cyclopean cookbook. Right. There's exposed wiring. This loose wire seems to run to the roof. A copy of Ripley's Cast It or Not seems to be open on the Summon Spirit page. Maybe if I close it, this whole mess will sort itself out. Ouch! Seems to be charged by this faulty wiring. I wonder where it goes. The roof. There's a baseball cap. What a strange thing to find here. A skull. Normal library fare. This. I got it. I took the skull. The periodic table of secrets. Magic elements. The bumper catalog of magical components. This one is just squiggles. I can't make anything useful out. The definitive guide to demon identification. Loving your coven. Occultism for nuns. Oh, that's a good one. Shelley. So, what are you doing here? Like the moth to a flame, I am drawn to the eldritch energies emitted from this book. Huh? I like spooky books and electricity. Even lit candles to, you know, up the spook factor. Right. A small and heavy skull with engravings killed in Taiwan. A small hole. I don't fit, but maybe I can drop something down to see where it lands. I hope this works. Now, to find where that landed, hopefully without having caused any damage. I probably killed a kid. Dooley? What's all this noise? I can hear myself read. So, kid, what do you know about the other side of the vent? I didn't mean to do it. Do what? I was lonely, so I went exploring. I found all these neat new books. But the one I read was scary and I ran off. And the ghosts arrived. But I liked them, because now I have friends. See? He meant no harm. Troublemaker, arrest him, breaking and entering. Into your room of illegal books. Let's say both set of charges cancel each other out. Only if you get rid of the ghosts. And find him somewhere else to go once in a while. I can join him in the Blood Wolves. Blood Wolves? The mayor stopped paying the dib tax, so we had to change from scouts. What now? I don't know what I'm talking about. This is, I don't know. This is like a language barrier. What the heck is the dib tax? You okay with that, kid? Sure. That's great. But back to the task at hand. We need to stop energy flowing into the building and into that book. We need to get to the lighting conductor on the roof. Here, have the key. Dooley, we're going to the roof. But it's raining outside. Shut up, Dooley. Here we go. I suppose I've already ducked out of one room in this case. I knew I played that card too soon. You did, buddy. You did. More of the wiring from the secret room, and it leads to the roof. Do you need me to go all the way up there? Scared of heights? No. Yes. Alright. Sometimes I wonder if the people of Twin Lakes know how often we save their bacon. I never saved any actual bacon though. I got a cat named Bacon out of a tree once. An example to us all, Dooley. Alright. Ah, yes. My favorite kind of puzzle. So what do I need to do? Get down as soon as possible? Looks like the circuit is connecting the book downstairs to the aerial. I guess I should break the circuit, then wire the aerial to the lighting rod so the power has something to go to. Alright. How do I... Oh. Right. Okay. Shit. There you go. Ouch, my hand. Look, detective, the storm is dying out. Imagine that. Okay, we should be able to close the book now. Alright. Done. Case closed. Bye, Pratchett. Trunks filled, detective. Though I don't see why we had to take all the books. Dooley, the contraband. Heavy contraband. We have an agreement to endorse. You don't find me for having the books, I don't sue the kid for entering the vault, I go back to business, son's haunting. You should also get that wiring fixed. Ah, fine. Come on, Dooley, let's get back to the office. See you at camp, Mr. Dooley. See you there, Devin. Hey, another case closed. Nice. That's 2. 2 out of 6. Alright. I'll take a quick break, guys, and then we'll be back for case 3, the Disorient Express. I think I'm gonna go make some tea. That's right, it's the season. It's finally back, baby. I'm making my teas again. Alright, here I am. Ah, sorry. Took a couple of extra minutes because I decided to go for the one infusion that I have, you know, not pre-bagged, so I had to get my own filter and fill it and, you know, prepare it properly. It's a really good one, like really, really good one. But, yeah, I have to use those, you know, tea filters. I had to fill myself with the stuff. I don't know what it is. It feels like it's just literally dried fruits and other things like that. Because it's very fruity. It's very like, you know, berry like strawberries and all sorts of like red berries and maybe a hint of orange. I don't know, there's like a lot going on there. It's very tasty, very, very tasty. So we're gonna leave that there for like a few minutes and then it's gonna be ready in like 6 minutes, I suppose. So we can start the Disorient Express in the meantime. If I remove the screen, the break screen, it's even better. So, case summary. Dooley has called me to the subway station to deal with an emergency. Oh no, a Dooley emergency? Alright, Gray, you okay there? Do you need help with anything before we begin? Or are you just, you know, getting your screams out? Totally understandable. I wish I could do it sometimes, but I mean, there's already enough yelling and screaming in my just yelling into the void for a moment. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But since there's enough yelling in my neighborhood, yeah, I feel like I can't do it myself. The Disorient Express. Very good, very good. Hang on, I should ow, 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 ow. I punched a window. Don't punch windows, guys. Don't do that. I have to move my tea from in front of the window or it's gonna get cold faster than I actually can infuse it. so I'm gonna move it right here. Detective, you're here. Of course I'm here, Dooley. It's my job. I came as soon as you called. What's the case? Well, if I do this, oh, this is good. Man, I love this new lamp I bought. This new light. I came as soon as you called. What's the case? Case? No, I just need a ride. The station's closed. Closed? Yeah. Some spooky train is blocking the platform. Anyway, let's go home. A spooky train, you say? Yes, a spooky train. Anyway, we better get going or we'll be late to work. Dooley, it's a spooky train. We're the Darkside division. Do you not think? I try not to. That's detective work. I mean, you know what? Fair enough, Dooley. Stay in your lane, you know? Let's go have a look then. Fine, but if we miss the free donuts at work, you're buying. Are you sure we can't just go to work? I need to get my morning nap in. It's fine, Dooley. It'll wait. Station sign. I can't say I'm surprised to find that something strange is happening here at 66 6th Street. Or station or something. Cops is dumb. Well, that's rude. Not as dumb as your grandma, kid. Yeah, kid. Dooley? Cooley? Did you do that, Dooley? Huh? Ticket machine. Seems to be working, but I have no cash. Time to put this badge to work and make use of my police privileges. Do I have a badge? I'm just gonna hop. A flickering light. Classic sign of the supernatural. Flickering lights always suggest spooky hijinks. Sorry, detective. Barrier is broken. We have to crawl under it. Can't we at least jump over? No, the insurance for jumping was too high. We're only cleared for a slow crawl. Being a cop is nothing like television promised it would be. Yeah, fair enough. Yo, Busker. Love that guy. Unky Sam don't want you to know, but the truths I'm here to show, so it makes me frown. When I smell me a pig and his dumb sidekick come to shut me down. Sidekick isn't a word. Poetic license. Pig. Oscar. Fuck, I was on your side until now, but damn, you're rude. Hello, conductor. Do you have a ticket, sir? Sorry, who are you? Train's conductor, sir. Right, you look a tad ghostly, sir? That I do, that I do. Are you a ghost? Not at all, sir. Ghosts are blue, for one, and they can't be seen. Not without the proper equipment. No, we're from the dark side. Then, what are you doing here? Train's stuck, sir. It's my job to keep the passengers safe while this gets rectified. Rectified? Yes, sir. I'm sure those boys from the Brightside division are looking into it right now. The Brightside division? Brightside division. Right. Am I gonna meet, like, myself from the dark side? Why are you here? As I said, sir, the train's stuck. Not sure what caused it. Likely a problem with the tracks, sir. Would have to see inside the control room to be sure, but I can't leave my post here. Ticket? Thought not. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you solids to live. Did you just call us solids? Certainly not, sirs. I wouldn't be throwing around languages like that. He definitely did. Come back anytime, sir. Alright, we need to find a ticket. I wonder if this camera caught any useful footage, but I can see that the working light is painted on. Oh. Right. A janitor cart. A plunger, but without the plunger bit. So a stick then. Fair enough. My tea's ready. Hang on. Okay. We have the control room, the toilets, and the bin. Let's check the bin. There seems to be something in here. A receipt. A ghost receipt. A glowing green receipt says for pickup. I can't read much else on it. Alright. The control room is locked. For now. Dooley? Oh, come on, detective. You know as well as I do how these things go. Let's check the toilets. There's a rat in the toilet. Standard, I'd say. I need to get my eyebrows plucked. Oh, come on, Dooley. Alright. This is awkward. Hello. Hi there, says Shack. Oh, sorry. The door was unlocked. Yeah, lock's broken. I have no feet to hold against it. Right. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Whoa, hold up, Daddy-o. I'm in a bit of a funky situation. Maybe you could help me out. Oh, what is it? Well, the stall has no toilet paper, Daddy-o. And I'm a cat that needs some. Yeah. Sure, we can look. Can you use this? Is this yours? No, but I found it in my pocket. Threw it in the bin on the way here. Would have kept it if I knew the paper is stitch in here. Right. What on earth is that? That's a tentacle from the Day of the Tentacle video game. Very famous. Not sure, but I think we should send it back whenever it came from. No use. Well, you could say that it is in tentacle on staying where it is. Eh? I need to find something to push it down with. Like the stick? That's some lazy graffiti. I always put in more effort when tagging the subway. What? You heard me, narc. Can we flush Dooley next? I wish. I've heard of sewer gators, but sewer cephalopods will go down a treat on my conspiracy blog. You have a conspiracy blog? Yeah. Dooluminati.com. I write about important stuff like the world lizard, crop dusting, and how the moon is fake. The moon is fake. Oh yeah. Not only did we not land there, but there it doesn't even exist. Who would lie about that, and why? The moon people, from the real moon, behind the fake one. Why don't you write more about the stuff we see? Sure, who'd care about a boring old train when there are moon people filling our head with lies? I mean, it's got a point. That noise reminds me of my career since I was assigned to the Darkside division. Creepy or not, nobody deserves to be stranded without toilet paper. Alright. But hey, that's not ghost toilet paper. Is that gonna work? Hey man. Here you go, guy. Sorry to leave you hovering for so long. Far out, Daddy-o. Here, take this coin as thanks. I got an occult coin. An evil-looking coin about the size of a quarter. Okay. I don't like how that guy called me Daddy-o multiple times. So I don't have a ticket, but can I buy a ticket from the ticket machine with the occult coin? There is not a chance in hell that this will work. Oh, right, of course. I got a ticket, a ghost one. A train ticket I purchased with a strange coin the Darkside gave me. Easy. Hello, I have a ticket. Here you go, one ticket. Oh, fine. On you go then, I suppose. Yo, look at this place. The party guy. I like the glasses. They're my party goggles. Oh, on your way to a party? Always, darling. Every place is party place when I have my goggles on. And I always have my goggles on. Even here, now. We party on the train. Alright, dude. Hippie gal. Well, hello there. Hiya. Where are you off to? I was on my way to San Frankenstein-Cisco, obviously, but then we got stuck here. This place is terrifying. How so? Well, for a start, there's not a single screaming beast in the sky. Nobody's being followed by shadow men, and nothing is on fire. Nothing. Maybe you're not the girl for me. You need to get yourself some party goggles? Yeah, probably. I mean, we all need one. Pair. Granny. Granny Dooley? Is that you? Sorry, dearie. I'm Granny Dooley. You do like my little Patrick, though. Oh, my name's Patrick, too. Did you also like games of I Spy as a child? I did. I spy with my little eye the coming of the end, the world eating itself, rivers of gore flooding the streets. I don't know this version of the game. Oh, seeing the end times was little Patrick's favorite. Right. I can respect Dooley. He sees a ghost girl in his first thought is, should I call dibs? I mean, he called dibs on the murder nanny, so. Nanny McFiend. Ah, a Darkside portal. It appears we have found a #1 suspect for all these strange goings on. You have the right to remain silent when questioned. Anything you say or do may be... Dooley, what are you doing? Reading it its rights? And how exactly do you intend to arrest it? With my handcuffs, obviously. Top marks for enthusiasm, Dooley. Do we go through? I guess we don't have a choice. Oh, that's me from the other side. Looks like the Purple Rift has an accomplice. I'm going to need a second pair of handcuffs. Agent McScream. Of course. You look familiar. Does the fire recognize the flame? Does the darkness recognize the shadow? Does the storm recognize the wind? Rain? Damn it, man. I lost my train of thought. So you're an agent here, huh? We're all agents of the never-ending hunt. Servants of the crawling death void. Ministers of the world's cruelty. Well, I'm happy you're doing okay for yourself. Thanks. It's been a lot of hard work, late nights at the office. Any idea what's going on? Interlopers, fiends, flashy monstrosities. Things that should not have come to pass. Tracks of chaos intertwine. So, not much of an idea right now, then? No. So receding hairline, how's that treating you? The end comes for us all. Entropy is a cruel mistress. True, guys. Yeah, let's hope it's from growing up in this weird world. I'd best be going then. We all best be going to the places we would be best at. Yeah. Yo. Raxa? What are you doing here? Finally, somebody in authority. Hey. Sorry, guy, but you don't know any more than the rest of us. Hi, detective, what's going on? Raxa? Why are you here? Well, getting a train home from college, then we got diverted to wherever this is. Well, we're on the case now, so get comfortable. That's not what he means. No, yeah, I get it. Let me know if I can help at all. Will do. Headphones. Hello? Daddy. I wonder if he knows what's going on. In case of fire, pray somebody has refilled the extinguisher. They have not. Oh boy, we're dead. Stay back, monster. Whoa, calm down. Sorry, I thought you were him. Him? The intense man in the tunnel who threatens to arrest and or eat anyone who gets off the train. Arrest or eat? Yeah, and I'm not sure who chooses. What's going on here? You're really not him. I don't really know what happened. We left the last station on time, then some weird lights flashed, and now we're here. Wherever here is. Who's this man you keep talking about? He looks like a bit like you, only not. Not at all now that I see you, properly see you. He talks about outside the train, sniffing for clues and snarling when he sees us. Has he hurt anyone so far? Thankfully, no. He seems more menacing than dangerous. Goodbye. If you need anything else, I'll be here. Sorry about the mix-up. Hey, dude. We've been on this train for ages. What's going on, man? I'm afraid. Because I keep seeing floating green people, man. I'm not at liberty. Heh. I think I indulged a little too much this morning. You know what I mean, dude? You probably shouldn't tell me that. I'm an officer of the law. Far out, dude. Never mind. I should probably stay with these people. Make sure they're okay. Okay, you wasting your one I stay behind card, Dooley. You're tired of from walking through tunnels, aren't you? Stop using your Sherlock powers on me. Yo, we have the other busker. Sing me a song, buddy. What? You're the busker, not me. That's how buskers work here, you tourist. This area is restricted area. Classified personnel only. Are you a classified personnel? No? I did not think so. On account of myself and McScream being the only ones who is. Oh, Dooley. Oh, this is the Dooley of this world. Oh, awful. Unless you is one of us, I suggest you step back, son. Step back. Oh, ghost cop. Let's go up the stairs. Mold. A dark patch of fuzzy mold. I think it's looking at me. I got fuzzy mold. Why? I need to find something to complete the disguise before I put it on. Oh, I'm disguising myself as the other investigator. I see. Is this machine crying? Okay. Come get me from the station, he said. Routine, he said. Ass. Trains do not run on time. They run on fuel. Trains will also be late. Some things are universal, I suppose. Most of the Darkside city appears to be in ruin. There's also giant bees flying in the background. Shop sign. Costume shop. Given how little I know about this place works, they could sell costumes or turn you into one. What horrors could possibly make the news here? Mayor points off camera. Wow. Hello. If you look like this man, this might be a mirror. Also, you may be wanted by the police for questioning. Pirate outfit. Amaze your friend. Guybrush, yeah. Amaze your friends. Surprise your enemies. Confuse real pirates with this inefficient pirate ensemble. Comes with a free press ganget. The biker outfit? Is that from that's Simon the Sorcerer? And is that the one from Full Throttle? Be a badass biker. Bike not included. Are you still a biker without a bike? Be a badass walker. Assuming your ass is bad, either in the dangerous sense or the missing a buttock way, your call. You write these adverts yourself? No, sir. Came that way, sir. Good words, ain't they, sir? And that, yeah, that's Simon the Sorcerer. A snarky teenaged wizard is welcome anywhere. Well, not so much welcome as it turned up and will be there, and it's almost as much hassle to get rid of him as it is to just leave him be. That's my usual party vibe anyway, so 2 thumbs up for me. What if I give him the recipe? The recipe? The receipt. A wig and mustache. I need a mustache. A punk wig. Dress like a punk or a road warrior from the future. Or, you could wear this and be a, I don't know, a carrot? Well, I'm convinced. It's full of ones and zeros. How would anyone wear these? Says sir while wearing a brown bin bag. Come on, guy. This is a nice coat. And they say the customer is always right. What's this one? Looks like normal enough to me. Normal, sir? Why? That's the very pillar summers are built on, sir. a friend and mentor to those in need, a shoulder to cry on, a person who lives in a wood hut with no air conditioning, the legendary camp counselor, sir. Nobody would buy that as a camp counselor. Oh, but they do, sir. It's the mustache, sir. Shows him to be a rugged wilderman, suited for the rough and tumble life of a camp counselor. Not for timid folk like you and I, sir. No, sir. Not for shop vendors and coat warmers, sir. No. Would I prefer the Rincewind outfit? Yeah, they already had one. I mean, Sir Terry Pratchett was right there. God bless his soul. What do we do? Sir, I'll ask you mighty nice naught but once. Keep your sausage fingers from my money box. I'm gonna give him this. Too soon? Indeed. One tick, sir. Oh, Miss Biscotti. It does beg your pardon, miss. I should have known. Obvious to me now, is it? I'll get you your items now, miss. Oh, yes, thanks. Then here you go, miss. One swim cap. Thanks, I guess. What the oh, for my bald head, right. This steamroll is hard drive full of unpublished stories. I mean, I'm assuming that was with permission of, you know... I think his daughter, Rihanna, was handling everything at that point. I think he also left some instructions because he was fairly sick, like he sort of saw it coming. It was just sort of nasty. I think it was his last will, yeah. Okay, so can I wear this? I need to find something to complete the disguise. Hang on, can I? I guess I can dress up as Agent Mescream. Yay? Bad disguise. Alright. Let's go down. Alright. Time to try this. I can't bring myself to call to the disguise. Time to try whatever this is out, I guess. Oh my god, look at me. Do you think, son, that I've not seen my share of disguises? This one is particularly poor. What with it partially made up of some fungus, and you lacking a certain floaty transparent quality? Well, it was worth a shot. It was. I wish that agent I sent was so innovative. I tell you what, son. In you go. Maybe you can solve this thing for after all. What about jurisdiction? Jurisdiction. I'll paperwork up a solution. Now, or a few up before I change my mind. Right, thanks. Lansically is only a C6 Steve reference. I don't know what C6 Steve is. What the heck is that? Steve? Is a guitarist? I have never seen this guy. Holy shit, he's 70. He's good. Oh, I should, you know, find something. A bin. It's full of pictures of you. Playing your game. A tiny pixel man looks in a trash can. At pictures of you. Okay, that was weird. Yo, the poster. Hang on, hang in there. It looks like he hung in there for too long. All right. There's a key. Who doesn't like having keys? A note saying, "She loads me not." Nice, healthy relationship. A massive computer. All system operating correctly. Everything seems to be working correctly here. Let's not touch anything in case I change that. Alright. Kind of a weird reference in the video game, but the name is too close to be a coincidence. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the devs are fans. Looking good, Frankie. I think you left yourself go. Shut up, Reflection. Wait, what? Nailed shot. Oh, fuck. I hope that barring holds. This place looks familiar. Is that a clue? Or there is one lazy artist hanging around here. Huh, the water goes both clockwise and counterclockwise here. At the same time? Seems to be something stuck in there. That's better. Thanks. I mean, flush? The ultimate accessory in toilet debungification. Alright. What's that you have there? It smells of evidence to me, but you shall not take it beyond this place. Looks like I'll have to put this key back until I find some other way to get it past them. Oh. You give this to Dooley? Doesn't feel right. What the fuck do I... Any updates, Detective? Still investigating, Roxa. Okay, well, if I can be of help, just let me know. How do I get the key? Can I put it in the bin? Shit, I have to put it back. Alright, well... I mean... Let's do the toilet thing, I guess. That's locked. Okay, so... Alright. Right, you little sucker. Ha! Sucker. Tentacles. Very good. I should be happy, shouldn't I? I wonder where the wee fella is now. I think I know where he is. I think if he's connected to the other side, we could give the key to the tentacle and then, you know. Send it back to the other side and grab the key that way. There it is. Okay, take the key. Hold on to this for me, will you, buddy? And go fuck yourself. That's very rude to the tentacle, I apologize. Tentacle did nothing wrong, in fact, it's helping me. Good boy. Thanks, Purple. Did you name the tentacle Purple? Don't be jealous, Dooley. You're still my favorite. No, you're not. That was a lie, Dooley. That seems to have worked. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Ah, that doesn't look great. What? How'd you get in? Tam locked that door from the inside. This is your handiwork, I take it. They shouldn't have fired old Tam for sleeping on the job. Told him he did. His black magic classes started at midnight and ran through. Morning shift ain't for old Tam. Heavy sleeper he is. Book him, Dooley. I left my book at the station. Can I use these handcuffs instead? Get out of here, guy. I've seen what happens if you hang on for too long. What are you talking about? I've seen things, Dooley. Stop going through the trash. An unexpected but strangely relevant note. Looks like this place was a scene of some occultic going on. The cinnamon candles reminds me of Christmas, though, which is nice. Old Tam always was fond of Christmas. Pappy used to buy us all trains and Mama gave us voodoo dolls. Magical time of year. Right. Okay. This is some bad hoodoo. Tam must have installed an occult virus in the controls that's causing all these problems. Check disk. An old floppy disk popped out. This must be how the virus was installed. Could prove useful. Okay. Stay here, Dooley, and make sure this guy doesn't get away. But then how is old Tam meant to escape? That's the point. Ah, well, that ain't fair. Alright, we can talk to Raxa about this. Raxa? Think you can make any sense of this? Let me see. Oh, this is an occult virus. Yeah, I think it's to blame for all that's going on. I can probably talk you through how to make an antivirus on my machine. That's what I was hoping for, thanks. So what do I do? Well, you need to clean the infection disk sectors. Sounds easy. Not so easy. It's a virus, so each sector you clean will infect those around it. You can also lure the virus from infected sectors onto clean ones, cleaning the infected areas. Why would I do that? To beat the virus, you have to make sure it has nowhere to hide. That will involve tricking it. This sounds harder than I was expecting. Don't worry, I made a backup. Just hit reset if you need me to roll back. This is one of those classic puzzles, right? Yeah. So easy though, there's the thing. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, great. Are you sure this will work? Well, sure is a strong word when dabbling with the occult, but I think so, yes. Well, if it does, the city does owe you big time. Really? Because I'm only on this train due to a mountain of parking tickets. I mean, Dooley can probably help with that. Uploading antivirus now. There you go. Fixed. Case solved. Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. Great work, detective. You got the trains moving again. Dooley, you understand what just happened here, right? No? Let's get this guy to the cells. How you gonna get me there? Train ain't running. We just talked about how that was fixed. Weren't you listening? Plus, we have a car. This has not been a good day for Tam. Oh, Tam. Oh, Tam. Tam, oh, Tam. Well, that was case number 3 solved. We have 2, 3 even more cases. So, let's do another one. The game ain't long, by the way. It should be about 4 to 5 hours, so we're not gonna finish it tonight, but next time for sure. Case summary, police farce. Today is my day away from cases to catch up on paperwork. Oh, great. You ready, detective? Huh? For McNugget's retirement party. The caterer has arrived with the cake. Grab a gift and let's go. Gift? I thought you'd forget. Don't worry. I'll put your name on my gift. It's from us. Huh? McNuggets? Who the fuck is that? This computer has been with me since the beginning. The budget won't allow for an upgrade. Oh boy. My folders of weird goings on in Twin Lakes. My notes from open cases. The downtown ghoulie man. A possibly undead flasher. Mirror Jane, a woman appearing in mirrors to other women who look exactly like her. Lycan Toupee, a wig made from werewolf hair which turns others into werewolves when worn. Maybe they should be werewolves? This is my life now. My trusty coat goes with everything from shirt and tie to sportswear. I actually don't know what's in these. The keys were lost before this became my office. When all this Darkside stuff is put to bed, I'm going to see the whole world. Dick Brickman. This is Twin Lakes FM version of me, Dick Brickman. Bringing you Dick Brickman Presents the Weather with me, Dick Brickman. It's raining. See you later for more Dick Brickman presenting Dick Brickman's Tricky Kicks. Featuring me, Dick Brickman. Alright. Hurry up, cake. Oh, sorry, hurry up! Exclamation mark. Cake! Exclamation mark. Why is this broken? Maybe the motor is bust. I'll have a look at this later. I got a fan motor. There's a magnet in here, if I can find a way to pop open the tiny latch. A magnet? Alright. Coffee machine. Water cooler. A glass of cold, refreshing. Nope. This is warm. And oddly colored. Ew. Nothing beats that first cup of coffee. If only I had a slice of pie to go with. Ooh, nice, I got coffee. Smiley face. Sorry, McQueen's office and there's a McKing office. I don't like this guy. Supports backs. Fancy. His machine has an off button. Impressive. Best hair on the force. Okay, I'll give him that one. Oh my god, it's got amazing hair. You can see that. This one looks homemade. Best at not being McQueen. Oh, ouch. McKing won this for being the best diver on the force. I don't recall anyone else being allowed to partake. I've got the helmet trophy. Alright. Stole it. Stole a trophy. It's full of signed pictures of McKing figures. A pottery wheel. What the fuck? There's space in here for a pottery wheel. McKing and the chief. I guess these are photos you get when you're married to the mayor. Oh, right. Now I see what's going on here. I don't remember this place being so run down. Let's go to the ball pen. Computer screen. See this Murakami. I set a new high score in whatever he's playing. Damn it, how am I meant to get better than him if you keep making me do work? That'd be that, huh? Alright. Officer Murakami's desk. That guy always has some reason to walk around talking to people instead of doing work. Broken wires. Murakami won't care if they're gone. No, headphone wires. I'm collecting a lot of stuff and I didn't even start the freaking adventure. The pressure seems gone. I should fix it before it's needed. Oh my god, what the frick can I do? I'm just gonna start like, I don't know, doing things. Detective Wozinski. No talk, working. Friendly as ever, Wozinski. Go away. Oh no. There's a fire. You meant to say surprise, detective, not fire. Dooley, the gifts are on fire. They sure are. Impressive. Is this even working? I need to repressurize it first. Alright. I know I'll go in there. There's too many people. I need to put that fire out before wandering around. A can of whipped cream. Hey, I wanted extra cream on my slice. Can I pressurize it with the whipped cream? I can 100% say this is not something I expected to do today. I fixed the fire extinguisher with with whipped cream. Chief Scully? Yeah, right. Where's Mulder? Hang on, before we do that. Chief, there's a fire. Here we go. I told you detectives before. I can't solve every little thing for you. Honestly, I've uncovered a crime ring. This, and I've lost my gun. That with you lot. Well, not today. I'm relaxing, having a drink, alright? But in silence, detective. In silence. I'm going to devour that thing. Hands off, officer. We're not cutting it into it yet. But chief? Really? Is the cake really more important than the fire? Actually, who brought the fire? We discussed this last time. No more gift of fire. Goddamn cops. Thinking they're Prometheus. What? Officer Murakami? I love all the booze we have at these things. What about the fire? Keep your complaining to yourself, Killjoy. Okay. Detective McNugget? 2 days left to retirement and I'm in a room with an uncontrolled fire. Just like the old gypsy woman said. Uh-oh. Alright. Well, let's take that taken care of. Wait, what's that? What's what? A banner. We use the same banner for every retirement. I'll just have to be cut somewhere, detective. Do slashed budgets explain why this place is falling apart? No, I'm pretty sure everything was functioning this morning. Maybe you should look into it. Alright, sprinklers. Why are the sprinklers broken? What's going on here? Someone is trying to kill Detective McNugget before the retirement. Take out menus. In fact, I'm seeing nothing work related in here at all. It's a party, guy, relax. That urn. You mean our gift? Dooley, where did you get that? In that mysterious Chinese shop we visited last week. Investigated. We investigated it for gremlins. Alright then. Well, that seems like racial profiling to me. Dooley, he clearly had gremlins, which you then bought and brought to the station. Well then, case closed. Dooley, the lead was burnt off. The gremlins are missing, and the station is crumbling apart. Like I said, case closed. Dooley, we need to find them before somebody gets hurt. Here, take this. A cake? A gremlin urn. From what I can see, nobody else got him anything nice anyway. Right? And he said, "Hey, that's my kid's candy. Give it back." So I told him I was the mayor's husband. Then he showed him my badge and fined him for obstruction of justice. Oh, you're so bad. Dallas? Bullpen, the bathroom. The staff bathroom, so horrible. People only enter for the most dire of emergencies. I can understand that. Oh my god, this place is huge. Dallas? That's a stripper name? Hey, that's an officer of the law. It must be so great for you to have a real detective like McKing around to learn from. Fuck you, Dallas. I don't have time to talk to you. Is there a rookie or something you should be arresting? That's not what... Whatever, McLean. Live long and prosper, dork. Oh, fuck you, McKing. Hands off, McLean. Something's broken the evidence door. Probably you and your idiot sidekick's fault. I'm going to fix it with my manly skills and muscles. Maybe it's a stripper in a detective outfit and they didn't realize. She has a gun holster. I don't know if there's a gun in there because it's pixels, but I'm assuming there is. If you really want to help, you can fetch me some more coffee. No need for sugar. Dallas is enough sweetness for me. Oh, you're so bad. I hate that man. But he's so dreamy. Oh, fuck off, Dooley. Seriously now? Oh my god. Officer, good boy. Now that I don't need it, I find a working extinguisher. There's nothing in here but laxatives. Somebody put them there to suggest us cops are all full of shit. Twin Lakes Police Department, how can I direct your call? I got laxatives. Best officer? Well, the officer is a dog. Do you still want to question this place? Mistake a stripper for a detective? What are you talking about? That is clearly the best officer in the force. Officer Cal? He was meant to be a sniffer dog, but somebody decided to train him only to sniff out candy. But think of all the candy-related crimes he's been able to help solve. True, we did have an alarmingly high rate of candy smuggling in Twin Lakes. Good job, officer. See? Best police officer in the force. Hands off. My lunch is in there. In the paperwork? Why is it hidden in work files? Soon nobody here will touch it. You're a wise man, Banks. That's very wise. What do you want, detective? Could you see about reception desk recepta? Fair enough. Hey, dispatch? There's a goblin. There's a gremlin. Right there. It's pulling cables. This is the first bit of actual police work I've seen in this place today. It's a monk. A normal, run-of-the-mill monk. I don't know why I felt this need to comment on every item in the room. Friday evening, 7 PM, but crime never sleeps. Us, well, we take shifts, and we're off on public holidays. Gotta take those rest days, detective. I don't know much about how all this works, but I know that's not right. Can't talk now, detective. The system's broken. I can't figure out why. Why don't you... Whatever. These drawers are full of all sorts of rubbish. Like bobby pins. Actually, can I borrow one, Sally? You can just have one. I won't want it back after whatever you do with it. Smart. Alright. Yummy, yummy wires. It's trying to hack the database and steal all human info. We should fry him, detective. Interesting idea. Okay, how the fuck do we do that? Am I giving coffee? How do we stop the goblin? The servers of the TLP. Ha! Bite! Ha! Ouch! Don't get too close, detective. That thing is a biter. He just... I got... Yeah, thanks, Dooley. Thumbs up. Right. Yeah, we don't have a way to stop gremlins at the moment. But, holding cells. There's a poster, and a rat, and a toilet. This guy's in police protection for informing. Oh, good one. Alright, I see that. Alright. Try not to let your incarceration get you down. Huh. We put that up to cover the hole a prisoner dug to escape. Sadly for him, he dug his way into the rest of the station. Yeah, that seems sort of stupid. How do I leave now? Roy? Hang on a second. Is that Roy from the first case? What is he doing here? Seriously, what am I meant to say about them that isn't literally toilet humor? Mr. Roy? Detective? I'm going to use my detectiving skills and say you're in for solicitation. Impressive. Your guess, not his soliciting. Right. Anyway, hand them over, Roy. Hand what over? Your matches and cigars. I wish I'd never met you, detective. Yo, it's Tam. Tam puts his name places so he knows what's his and what's not. Seriously, what am I to say about the toilet? Yeah, right. Old Tam loves to whittle. Whittle. Tam? You can't have a knife in prison. Tam can, and Tam has. I'm afraid I have to confiscate that. Tam does not have warmth for you in his heart. A fire hose. The hose they use to loop through the cell door. Hence the lock. Replace it up at night. Chief Scully really pulled this place into a sort of order, didn't she? I got a hose. What the fuck am I... I have so many items, I'm not even sure what's going on at this point. Okay. The fucking gremlin has a gun. All right. We're going the other way. I'm not going there. McQueen's car. Our government issued blocked wheels. This junction box is screwed closed. You can open it with a knife, probably. Have you ever tried to? I don't know, open something like that just using a screwdriver? I've always been more of a lateral thinker. That works. Now I just need to find something to rewire this with, like headphone wires. Okay, let's see. I need to drag the wires from one node to the other of the same color without crossing them. Right. Why wouldn't you be able to cross wires? Because you never cross the wires, of course. Eek! Dead. Alright, one down. Yes, the system is back online. Time to do some hardcore cop work. Reinstallate. Well, maybe not in the station, you know, budget cuts and everything. Okay, that should have shocked the monster in this patch. I should go and get it before he wakes up. Seriously, where does he get all these nice things? A bulletproof sports car, the jerk. There's a serious draft coming from those vents, huh? The bolts probably just need to be tightened up. I can do that, wait. Should I don't know. I got the magnet by opening the motor with the bobby pin. And, you know what? Fuck that guy. Mac King, okay? I'm putting laxative in this coffee. And now I have a diving helmet as well. What was this patch? That's right. Grab that fucker. It's passed out. Let's get it down here. Alright, I got a gremlin. Can you put it in the urn? What do we do with them? If I'm seen doing that, I'll never live it down. Right. The staff bathroom. Horrible place. Yeah. Oh. So wait. There was another report from this guy. And we're coming to you live from the dog track where the gates have just been opened. And number 4, Taco has taken the lead, followed by Fumble and Critical Hit, with Knuckle 20 taking the rear. Taco and Fumble are neck to neck, with Critical Hit closing in. This is exciting, listener. We have a 3-way tie. Some of you could win a lot of money here today. For those of you just tuning in even, I'm Dick Brickman, and this is Brickman Has Gone to the Dogs Man. And wait, no, I missed the end. Sorry, listeners. Okay. Alright. Here's your coffee, Officer McKing. Keep the coffee coming, McLean. I could drink this stuff all day. Oh no. Oh, get out of my way. I hope he's okay in there. The people of Twin Lakes need a hero to look up to. Yeah, right. Now, to fix this with my manly skills and muscles, but mostly by finding a way to cheat this magnetic lock. This magnet should reverse the polarity and let me in. Okay. What do you think wrote these dumb scripts for a comedy game about 2 cops investigating weird crimes? Nothing. Nobody. Shut up. What? Huh? Is that mine? A very noisy kids game. That's not evidence. I'm hiding it from Murakami until I beat his top score. Right. A magical tome? I hope this illegal magical tome will be okay in here when the door is bust. Other books? Role-play books. Not actual contraband, but dangerous reading nonetheless. But not too dangerous for a weekly game? Dooley, shh. There's a wizard hat. All that remains from the mysterious walking luggage that ate everything case. Alright, that's another amazing freaking Discord reference. The freaking luggage. Still alive and kicking. And I'm assuming that's Rincewind hat. A plastic skull, a surprisingly more dangerous occult item than a real one. Gas grenades. Knockout gas. This could be handy if we want to be able to leave the party early. Alright. Gas grenade. Hundreds and hundreds of tiny hats. A man made them to keep mice warm during the winter, but the mice turned out to be a gang of robbers, so we confiscated them. Okay. The king's topless self-portraits. He signed them in for the crime of being too awesome for the general public. Boxes of jam jars with one scoop taken out from the unsolved scuba case, but it appeared at the crime scenes after the investigation had started. Oh, that was me. I like eating toast while I think, but always forget to bring the pot with me afterwards, so I keep opening new ones. Harmless. Dooley, we spent a lot of taxpayers' money to investigate that. Harmless. Chomp chomp clawface. It's too dangerous to get near. I need to find a way to knock it out. That would knock me and Dooley out too. Not if I wear this. Dooley, take this hose outside and keep the fresh air coming. Take this, you little monster. Uh-oh. While it's unconscious, I'll stuff it in my seemingly magical pockets. Alright. Well, that was fun. Alright. I'm taking this helmet off before I go out there. No need to walk around the station raising suspicions, or being made fun of by everyone in the precinct. Okay. So we have two of them. Broken sprinklers? How did it get gone? Why is everything so unsafe in the station? Pew pew tee. Looks like our guys are good enough shots to be stormtroopers. Yeah, truly. Holy shit, look at that. A junction box. We need to get the box. The bust. If I want them to work again, I need to fix the system in the basement. Alright. Is it construction site? Wait, I didn't see that. So those are bloody snipers? Water pipes. The water pipes run all over the station, from the briefing room to the shooting range. But the system seems broken right now. Probably the Gremlin's fault. Or was it clone troopers? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a trooper shooting anything. I think most people these days don't know the difference anyway. Yeah, probably. I mean, if clone troopers were faulty, maybe those were the inaccurate ones? But I do remember the ones in the original movies and they never hit anything. And those were stormtroopers, not clone troopers. Some spare pipes from the work that's happening. A pot of clay. A lump of cold, hard clay. I have no use for this right now. But I will at some point. We have a pottery table upstairs. Hey dude, you don't look very busy. Power tools bust, so Union says I don't work. Not my place to go against Union. You seem familiar. Do I know you? Gary Plinkman? That's a name that we've seen before. Gary Plinkman. Not that I know of, no. We definitely met Gary Plinkman before. It's got a book. Oh, this not really. Just book I got from library. Late fees. Oh my god. Is that Doris? Because they were literally instructed to let the people escape because literally the next scene reveals the ship was bugged. No, I don't think that's the scene I'm talking about. I'm talking about like all 3 movies. They were pretty bad. In the original 3 movies, the original trilogy, the only thing they ever hit was like the freaking Endor guys. They killed a bunch of those. Proper steamy stuff, this. Dooley, is that you on the cover in a Fabio wig? They hit plenty of walls, yeah. Those critters aren't going to catch themselves, are they, detective? Dooley, this is what happens when I can't talk my way out of late fees. There are monsters to catch, detective. Mind if I borrow this? Why not? Can't see me getting back to work anytime soon. Okay, I got a wrench. Can I use it to... I'm sure I need to use a tool to fix the problem here. Some old-fashioned elbow grease. Let's get the water flowing again, in case another fire starts. Oh my god, water pipes run all over the station, from the briefing room to the shooting range. Well, the system seems broken right now, probably the gremlin's fault. Sprinkler should be working now. You'll have me out of work, you will. Alright. Can we do something with this? The gremlins have broken everything else around here. I'm sure that if I didn't remove this now, it'd fall off soon anyway. Neither of us believes that, but I'm so into this. Fight the system. Dooley, we're part of the system. Speak for yourself, I'm bringing this place down from the inside. I can't knew that. Ooh, I did not expect that to happen. Bad about it? No. Absolutely not. I'll take this for my trophy cabinet. I mean, I'll take it to be repaired. Yeah, the second one. Detective, how do you get all these things into your pockets? Origami? Did I just origami a freaking car hood? Sure, why not? Can I use it as a shield? This is bulletproof, right? It's too far to hit it with this. I'll need to find another way to make use of it. I need a shield. Alright, can I use the... It should achieve something? It did it. The creature is wet. I don't know why I expected more from that. Don't know either. I just have to angle it like this. That was a shocking way to wrap this up. Are you proud of that pun? More than I should be. Finally, Dooley, grab the gun and I'll take this guy. Okay, let's get back to the office before somebody sees us. Okay, let's lock these suckers into their new urn and get back to the party. Party? In you go, sleepy monster. Back to captivity, you, my monstrous pal. Welcome home, Oops. Is that it? What do we do now? Flush them down the toilet and go back to the party? We need to make a new urn. A magical one that can actually hold them. Oh, fuck. God damn it, Dooley, you bloody idiot. Look what you've done. Ah, shit. Alright, grab a pot of clay. It's too dry. Alright. Now we have wet clay. Let's do this. How do you know how to make an urn? I watched that film, Ghost, a lot. For research. If they don't reference Ghost, I'm gonna use it. I mean, that was clear as day, I think, as soon as I saw the Potter thing. Alright, we go into the evidence room and maybe we use the magical toe? Maybe there will be instructions in here for sealing magical urns. Let's see. Warding rituals, spells to bypass doing the dishes, and aha, a diagram for how to seal magical urns. Handy. Time for some finger crafting of runes. Alright. One down. That's two. And that's done. Thank goodness. Let's get this somewhere safe. Okay. Lock fixed and gremlin stashed away. What have we learned from this, Dooley? Not to eat so much sugar. I'm crashing now. I don't really remember much of what happened. But I'm sure it was nothing important. I hate you, Dooley. Now let's get back to the party. Hey, where's all the cake gone? Oh, we ate it all. Why is this place a mess? What did you two do? Well, there was... And, somebody left off a gas grenade. Nasty big pointy teeth. The car was smashed when we got there. My king did it? Ah, another one to file on the Darkside antics. Probably for the best, yes. Okay, well, you'd better start cleaning. The budget doesn't allow for both you capers and custodial staff. Oh man, chores and no cake. This did not play out the way I hoped. But it's another case closed, baby. Okay, we have lock mess and a classified case. Let's see if we can do it. Dooley and his blood wolves are attending a jamboree. A what now? But the kids rang me in a panic saying something fishy was going on. Jamboree? A jamboree? A what now? Jamboree? The fuck is that? Well, here I am. Camp, what am I doing here? Whatever those kids were calling about, I don't see why Dooley couldn't take care of it. You don't? Because Dooley is an idiot? Campsite. This is what happens when you let the people vote for a name. The other choices were cabin in the wood knot, tent pegging, and the place where you'll die. So, not hard to see how it won out. Right. A poorly painted sign says Jamboree inside. First here? That's odd, but I'm sure the rest will be along soon. Just settle in and don't think about it ever again. That's actually exactly the kind of sign I would expect here. It's been years since I came here. Memories, aye? Tent pegging? Yep. Yep. I guess that's the closest thing there is to a nightclub for flies. The scroll reads, park your automobiles here, then throw the keys away. You won't need them with the fun we'll have at the jamboree. No other motives, honest. Oh, the rope snapped. I guess I haven't signed it. Alright. An information booth. Actually, the I is for interloper. I often ask myself, Jamie, do you think people will see the I and understand that you offer reason why they are unwelcome in this terrible place? I think it's pretty clear. This one says, talk to a Twin Lakes native. Jamie, they said, nobody's going to come all this way to talk to you, but here you are. Yeah, I'm here for other reasons. Oh. Come see our breathing land. We rose 30 feet above sea level when the mountains last inhaled. Oh. This flyer reads, come visit one of Twin Lakes' twin lakes. They're not really twins, you know. One of them is adopted. Twin Lakes. Home to the largest population of Twin Lakes natives. We started running out of tourist attractions pretty quickly. Yeah, I can tell. Come see Twin Lakes Sewer Gator. I admit it, that one I made up. Jamie. Hi there. Welcome to Lake Monster. Get out while you can. What? Why? Why? Because of the Lake Monster, of course, you idiot. It's our #1 attraction. Avoid it at all costs. Why don't you tell me about the camp? Campsite got its name as it was the site of a terrible massacre. It's also the site where those angry spirits were laid to rest. Unconnected, it's also the site where terrible tragedies happen each year. And it's where kids go on vacation and do fun Blood Wolf activities. It fills my heart with joy to see them play, and with fear because everything here is so awful. Alright, what are you doing here? Every day I ask myself the same question. Jamie, you could have followed your dream. I say, you could be a chef. But then I remind myself that I cannot taste flavors, and I think I made the right choice. What are you doing here? Oh, yes. Me and my flight's so fancy. I work at a tourism board, and this is the tourism board. We, 8 and I, tell people the wonderful things to see and do in Twin Lakes, and what to avoid, like this lake and the rest of the city. Okay, tell me more about the monster. Oh, a huge, big fangs it has, or tendrils, maybe even a big sucker thing. And the wings. Oh, if you saw them, they'd probably be wings. They may be fins though, hard to tell at a distance. It stands well over a certain height, tall, and weighs an amount. You can be sure of that. Have you ever seen it? With my own eyes. Sorry, that was meant to be a question. With my own eyes? No, I have not. Has anyone ever seen it? And lived to tell of it? No. How many people is rumored to have taken? Rumored? Many. Proven? None. Right. A fiend, it is. A wondrous attraction for the region. Each day I am torn between Jamie, people need the beast, it brings much business, and Jamie, the monster, it kills. Probably. Goodbye, run, and don't look back. Seriously, how did you get this job? I'm married into a powerful tourism family. Right. You're here. Devon, you rang? Blood Alpha Dooley has gone missing. Missing? Tell me what happened. Much crying, questionably authentic wails. We don't know. He was here last night, and this morning gone. His bunk wasn't even slept in. Aliens must have taken him. Mauled by a bear, I bet. Well, let's not leap to conclusions. When was the last time you saw him? We had nighttime hot chocolate, then we went to the office to, I don't know, do office-y things? I guess we'll start there then. We? I had to do entire cases solo. Just convenient sections. Come on, we got us a Dooley to find. Oh no, I have the kids with me, all of them? I'm no balloonologist, but I'm pretty sure these shouldn't be slimy. Nice campfire. Do you guys build it yourselves? You better build it all by yourself. I didn't build it. I just freed the flame. It's how I got my Fire Whisperer badge. Fire Whisperer badge? Lowells have a lot of very much not scout badges. Best not to ask. Fuck. We need to find Dooley. This place is too tense without him to lighten the mood. Get it? Too tense? Too tense? Hey? You know what improves a joke? Explaining it. Trust me, guy. The fire is not going out anytime soon. Alright? Fuck, all of them are with me now. More bugs. Flies really need a better hobby. A dorm room. Reminds me of summer camp out there as a kid. There's nothing in here. The window covers the wall. They forgot to bail the room, but already had the window ordered, sir. Alright. Let's get in. Hello? 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 This is Jack Turner, Devon's father. I just want to check in that the boy is doing okay. Not struck too wide-eyed by all that nature, I hope. He's, fine? Sorry for calling up Jack as a warrior. Are you on the other line, Barbara? I'm just making a little call, Barbara. Just checking in on the lad, Barbara? It'll be fine, Jack. There's no need to keep calling. Just let him have a good time. Yes, well, no such thing as an overprotective parent now, is there? Yikes. My little Devon, yikes. One of these is wet and reads, "Very real jamboree on this weekend. Dooley's pack should come. They are the best pack and will win the jamboree, which is real." If it smells fishy, it's the flyer. It stinks of fish. Right? The Blood Wolves of America doesn't exist. Don't ask questions. Go on about your lives. Not the most welcoming poster. Hey, you're gonna want the wolf. You don't have time for blow-ins. Right. Looks like this place hasn't been cleaned since the last time I was here. Whoa, that was like a long time ago. Crime solving for boys. There's a pack of marshmallows called Uncle Gloopy. Squidgy delights here. Charming. Hey, my secret stash. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Alright. Box of dress-up props. Let's dig out some bits and bobs. Props. A Wookiee mask. Some boots and, I don't know, red something. We got Dooley that as a gift. After Emily smashed the room's light. It had it coming. What? A poster. I want to be leaves. Oh, fuck that. X-File reference actually fucking hurts. In a way. Oh man, that hurts. I keep telling Dooley to stop buying knockoff posters. I want to be leaves. Oh, that's bad. It's on, and Dooley's locked in. I'm not proud of this, but maybe I can find some clues. Oh no, this is dangerous territory. We'll probably see some pixel titties. A childhood photo. Those are good times. Don't worry, buddy. I'll find you. Alright, let's start with emails. This looks interesting. Greetings, fellow Bloodwolf. You and your pack, I guess, are invited to the 100% legitimate jamboree at Campsite this weekend. You have to come. You must. Nigel, fellow Bloodwolf, no need to look it up. There's a file in here called Password. Let's see. Dooley's password is password. That's as secure as it is surprising. This machine is pretty much empty. Seems he was hanging on to his Dooluminati.com forum. There's an open thread. Dear Dooluminati, the government are trying to use my brainwaves to hunt me down so that they can pester me into film work. How can I protect myself? As this guy keeps bumping his post and pinking Dooley. All of his posts are signed Nigel, fellow human, for realsies. I'm starting to see a pattern here, but who is Nigel? An empty folder. Really? Is that it? Alright. There's a guitar. It is a sticker saying, "The truth is around here somewhere." I'm guessing this belongs to Dooley. There's an oscilloscope. This is an odd thing for a holiday count to have. This is Betty. It's like SETI, but better. Hello, Amelia, Devon, Emily, detective. Why is it talking? And how does it know my name? We did say it was better than SETI. How can I help you today? What can you tell me about Dooley? Nothing. If Mr. Dooley wanted you to know his secrets, he'd have given you the password. What are you? How are you talking? I'm Betty. I monitor, gathering and collate signals in the search for extraterrestrial life. Yeah, like SETI, I get it. Ah, SETI is a moron. I speak 13 languages, I'm a chess master, and figured out the meaning of life. The meaning of life? Yes, but Dooley deleted that to make room for more of his TV shows. Fucking Dooley. Input password. The password is password. Fine. So, what was the signal that Dooley found? A 2.4 gigahertz ultra-high frequency radio signal. Essentially, the internet, but wired. Stop trying to cyber-patronize me, machine. All you had to say was fancy internet. Where did it lead him? Across the lake, to the signal source. Which one? I'm afraid I don't know. I didn't go. I have no legs. I need that info. If you want to tell me, I'll have to commandeer it. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dave. Detective. Devin? Step aside, mister. Time to put my uppity AI badge to use. Wait, what? Why do you even have a badge like that? Level of secret, sorry. And you don't have a needs to know in case of a needs to know basis badge. Just do whatever you're going to do. Okay. You search the map for places the signal bounced through. I'll lock them in, and once we find enough of them, we should have the route Lord Alpha Dooley took. Right? Alright. Alright. Didn't go up there, really? What the frick? Do you think he got backward? Yeah, he probably went backwards. He's an idiot. This is Dooley we're talking about. Yeah, fucking knew it. Fucking Dooley, man. There you go. Huh, looks like a map of the lake. To what? To where? To Dooley? Not sure. Let's print it out and see what it leads us. I got a map. Alright. A printed of the lake with the route Dooley took. Alright. Oh, that's good. Oh my god, what's this? The menu. Stew. Don't ask for specifics. When I was last here, this was full of plastic fish. That's progress for you. Tubing? Some tubing for cleaning out the tank. I think I could get away with taking a small length. Alright. Shells. Metal cups. A can of corner mustard, poison custard, and a box of Radaway radiation removal powder. This place has it all. A can of dehydrated eggs. What? You expect me to find a chicken every time you need to make an omelette? Sure. Not hot dogs. Seriously, our product contains 0% dog guaranteed. Not a guarantee I would have thought had to be given. Half-baked beans from the Not Thought Through Limited. Balls. Use us to cut Devin's hair. It's why I wear this cap. Oh god. Pots. They look brand new. Don't need no pots to microwave the meal. Can I take one then? Whatever, I don't need them. Alright. Chef Agnes, what? Have you seen Dooley around? I saw him yesterday. Chased him away from the stew. We ruined it. He was adding flavors. Oh my god. Not many people around here. And? What's am I? The people police? Sometimes they're here, sometimes they ain't. But you were here. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Yous was the people police. I am. Actually, I am the police. I thought not. Why do you work out here? Working with kids suits my son in this position. Goodbye. Whatsoever. Jesus. Again? What the fuck? Hello? Hello, me again. I just wanted to make sure you were aware that Devon is allergic to technology. Bitten by a toaster once. I'm sorry, what? He has left his EMP device at home. I wouldn't sleep a wink thinking of him out there in the tech-field wilderness without knowing what your EMP is up and running. In fact, maybe you'd send me the make and model Hello? Hello? Barbara? I think the line has gone dead. Oh god, Devon, your dead's a fuck-up, isn't it? What's this? A gas can? Mine. It's empty, because I emptied it. Let me guess. To start a fire? No. I put it on Devon's bed so everyone would think he peed himself. What? I gotta make sure the other packs don't want to poach him from us. Alright. That's a little weird, but sure. Oh, it's Barry. We've enough food to wait this beast out for days. All kept nice and fresh in tinfoil. Barry and Larry. This is reference to something? I don't know. I've got my eyes on you, Moon. Up there watching all the night crimes. I was saying nothing. Obstruction of justice, that's what it is. I know the Moon's not a person. I was only joking with it. Joking with the Moon? Yes. What the fuck do we do here? A siphoning kit. I got a pot of marshmallows, a siphoning kit. And some props, whatever. Hey guys. Are you here to see it too? See what? We've been waiting ages and ages for it to show. We started to get bored of waiting. But we're not going home without seeing a monster. Well, good luck with that. Why are you so eager to see a monster anyway? We're 100% of Twin Lakes Cryptozoology Club. We're always on the hunt for the lake monsters, the sewer gators, the krakens, and the round winters, the yetis. People don't know this, but there's a lot of strange things happening in Twin Lakes. Oh, believe me, I know. Ha, sorry guy, but the cops don't know anything about what really goes on there. Yeah, go back to getting kittens out of trees and leave the real detective thing to us. Do you not have something better to be doing? Nope, nothing. Alright. An old boat with no gas and a hole in it. I'll need to fix this if I want to use it to follow the map. Oh, we need gas. Where do I find gas? Do I siphon it from my car? Stand back. It's time for me to summon up some fire juice. Good work, I guess. Now hand it over. What? Give me the gas can. I shouldn't know you were on their side. Okay, this kid is a menace. That's it. It's filled up. It has gas now, but the hole is still there. I'll need to fix it if I want to use the boat. It won't stay in place. I need something to stick it there. Of course, I have to melt the marshmallows. Let's melt the mallows down, gang. Melt them to the ground. Alright, Emily, calm the fuck down, okay? that's the hole fixed. I guess now that it's working, I best head out and check the lake. We best head out, mister. Too dangerous, kids. Tell you what, you keep an eye out here in case Dooley comes back and I miss him. But danger is my middle name. No, it's not. They just write danger on all your paperwork. Oh. She's a danger. We have to go, mister. We have to. It's against my better judgment, but then most things I do are. In you get. Fucking hell. It's like Scooby-Doo or something. A camera? Hands off the camera. We're... Oh my god, it's him. Hands off the camera. We're rolling. It's a Polaroid camera. An unmanned Polaroid camera. Doesn't matter. Dick Brickman will get his man, or monster, on tape. And you can rest assured that I'm not going anywhere until I do. Unless I had reason to believe the monster was hiding somewhere else. Right. I think we're lost. Pretty creepy place. I bet there are monsters in the forest. Well, let's hope not. Okay, look. Nothing fits all kid-sized. Okay, one of you. Alright. Utterly convincing. We can't walk in this. Can we take it off? I guess. So how do we do it? Dick Brickman here, reporting from here, the place I am, to you, wherever you are, for the Twin Lake News with me, Dick Brickman. What are you doing here? I, Dick Brickman, am here to report news, and the news of the day is that there is a monster living in this lake. That's not really breaking news, is it? People have been talking about the supposed monster for an age. Breaking news. Police admit to knowing about the monster for, and I quote, an age. How did you get here? I don't see a boat. You can't keep the press out, and I, Dick Brickman, am the press. What's the scoop of the monster? We're here, live, at the scene where the investigation has taken us thus far. What will we see? Is this where the monster lives? Will we finally get a signed photo of the creature? Tune in as soon as I, Dick Brickman of the Twin Lake News, have absolutely anything to share. You know there's no audience here, right? You don't need to talk like you're mid-broadcast. Wow, I actually have been doing it right, apparently. Breaking news. Detective, you're here. An audience of 4. An audience of 4, or 4 million, the news has to be heard. Don't forget to tune in to Twin Lake News with me, Dick Brickman, for the thrilling conclusion of this week Dick Brickman's Investigates, featuring me, Dick Brickman. Right, Dick Brickman will follow any lead on the creature, any lead at all. Alright. So how do we Oh my god, for God's sake. Hello? One last thing, you know that the boy can't swim, yes? It's my own fault, I should have taken him to lessons, but all that thrashing of limbs, I feel he get crushed. And then there is all that water, so much water, you think they'd have invented a way to learn to swim without having to get near treacherous water. The amount of things that live in the water, oh my god, dozens, and most of those are sharks. Jack? Leave the nice camp people alone and come you read National Geographic with me. I think it's time we tackle some of your issues on marine life. No, the sharks can smell your blood through the pages. Reading is making the pact to the prey. To be prey. Oh, the fucking guy is an insane weirdo. No wonder Devin goes to the library and fucking summons a bunch of ghosts. Okay, so what do we do with this? Nothing in here, no siree. I guess we should keep looking then. You really are Dooley's student. There seems to be a cave behind it, obviously fake cover. Let's go. You guys, shoot guard out here. Okay, I'ma mess up anyone who comes near. Oh my fucking god. The monster Nigel. Huh. Is the Nog still out there? He's getting so close. Dooley? I'll have a look. Oh. Hey, detective. Dooley. What's going on here? Huh? Oh, this is Nigel. Hi. He's a fellow truthy. He invited me here to help with the problem. Right. Are you done? Can we go? No and, no. I need Dooley's help. DooleyMinati.com and he are famous in truthy circles, you know? What's the problem? The government wants me, because I'm a monster. A talking monster. Frankly, I'm surprised you haven't noticed. Anyway, I need protection. Like a gun? Look at the guy. Let's solve everything by shooting him. I didn't know that. Stop talking about guns. I'm sensitive about my lack of fingers. We need to chase off that narc outside. They're closing in on Nigel and fast. Narc? You mean the reporter? Clearly a government spy. No, we get rid of him. And once he's gone, what you need, Nigel, is a mind hat that will keep them off your trail. A mind hat? A protective layer of some kind of metal, maybe aluminium. Do you mean a tinfoil hat? That sounds perfect. That will stop them using your mind waves to locate you. Genius. I knew you'd be able to help. Hi? So, a monster. A talking monster, but I don't like to talk about it. We're all God's creatures, I guess. Is that right? We didn't have much religious stuff under the sea. I've just read the books I borrowed from the campsite. I'm not sure. What are you doing in Twin Lakes? It has good dental plans. But you know you don't have teeth. But if I did, this would be the place to be. Kidnapping, eh? I think that's an unfair way to describe luring somebody to a place under the false pretense. Trapping them in a cavernous lair and refusing to let them leave. Why do you think the government is after me? Hollywood. A bit cheaper than CGI, and monster movies are all the rage these days. But I'm not interested in a life of fame. I prefer to work in makeup and have the real stars shine. Fair enough. Do you like that? It's my human disguise. That's how I got into camp and convinced Dooley into coming with me. I was certain he was not a blood alpha. Very believable. Someday, I hope to work in the filmmaking department. I think I have a knack for it. He used a toupee. It's full of fake jamboree flyers in various stages of readiness. His lack of hands explained the childlike nature of the process, but nothing explains how he got a craft table and computer. You got ink, alright. Arts and craft table. It's full of fake jamboree flyers. Tape. A sticky tape. A staple in every adventurer's toolkit. It's full of seafood takeaway wrappers. Don't judge me. A computer. It's open on the same forum page as Dooley's machine was, and the keys are damp. Very damp. Are you okay, Dooley? Yeah, that's quite nice here. But since I can't leave, maybe you could help protect Nigel from the narc? Just get rid of that guy outside and then get the mind hat to keep them from finding him again. Dooley? The guy outside is a journalist from TV. Perfect cover. Oh boy, those government types are crafty. Best convince them that Nigel is hiding out somewhere else. Get them off his tail. Right. Okay, gang. The good news is that Dooley is inside and is safe. The bad news is that he can't come out yet. Why not? He's, It's a blood alpha test. It's for your Don't Ask Questions badge. Oh, yes, I've been waiting for that one for ages. Let's do this. Alright. So we have sticky tape. Ink. We still have the map with a fake sighting that we can give to the reporter. Goodness me. Oh boy, breaking news. The monster has been sighted elsewhere. This is me, Dick Brickman, signing off so I can sign back on another day from another bay. See the camera. Alright, so that guy's gone. Now what do we do? Is it not gone? He's gone. Is the hat ready? Not yet. There's no time to waste, detective. I need a protective hat. How the fuck do I even get a protective hat? Alright guys, say whatever Bigfoot says when they're having their picture taken. Wait, should that be Big Feet? Big Feet? I have photographic evidence that I can give to the two idiots so they give me the tinfoil stuff. I found a photo you two may be interested in. Some proof, finally. We knew it was real. Wait until we show the gang. You seem to have left a cooler, food and tinfoil. Well, I'll have some of that. Tinfoil and sticky tape. It's gonna make a hat. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. Well, this is much easier than the one from Zero Escape. We spent like an hour in that one. That should do it. Now, I just need to tape this here, fold it there, and voila, a tinfoil hat. I'd better take this back to the cave and give it to Nigel. And that's gonna be case closed, baby. Is the knot gone? Yeah, it's gone. Okay, give him the hat. Here you go. It's a thing of beauty. Now what? Well, with the knock distracted and Nigel untraceable, I think it's time for him to find a new life, free from the watchful eye of the man. Can we stay in touch? Of course, just email me from hard to trace locations like phone booths, coffee shops, and the Mariana Trench. Okay then, thanks again, Dooley. Guy, I hope you shake off those government norms. Dooley, we're the government norms. Speak for yourself, I don't tell the men nothing. It's good to have you back, Dooley. The petrol. Looks like you're staying here with us. S'mores all round. We're the bloodiest wolves around who keep their sniffers to the ground. We do. We do. And that's gonna be the final case for me for tonight. We only have another one, so it's gonna be a short one next time. But it's late. I want to sleep, so I'm gone. I'm leaving. But this game is fun though. Like, as a little, you know, short adventure, sort of funny, with a spooky theme. It's not scary or anything, but you know, it fits the theme, I suppose. It's nice, it's full of references, fairly funny, you know, it's good stuff, good times. Anyway, guys, I'm gone. I'll be back tomorrow. I think we are going to go for, let me check what's gonna be tomorrow. I should be starting Moons of Madness, probably. No, sorry, not Moons of Madness, Songs of Horror. At the same time. I think it's time we do another Dark Mod map. We could do Dark Mod and then maybe finish Darkside Detective. Yeah, I guess that fits. Probably. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.